What is up?
What's up, whirlyball nation?
Yeah, buddy.
Helps if I unmute my mic.
Yeah.
Yes, it does. Good job.
I was jamming out to our theme song really hard.
I love that song.
I'm pretty sure
out
the
to
guy
the
I
guy.
paid. Yeah, I'd say I'm pretty sure the guy I paid to do it just used AI, and I probably could have done it.
You probably could have, knowing you.
Yeah,
I couldn't have.
I would have.
done it, and I know.
I would have
for
figured it
sure
out.
Trey could not have done it.
100% know that I couldn't done that at all. Just saying.
Well, welcome to everybody. Thank you for joining What in the World Windy City Edition. We're back again for episode/stream podcast 2. We haven't really figured out what exactly we're calling it because it's kind of a little bit of both. But we got an exciting action-packed stream today. As always, we're going to go over some housekeeping, a little chit-chat before we bring in our guests.
Yeah. Two names in YouTube right away off the bat: Kyle Phillips and Justin DeWitt. Hell yeah! What's
Looks
up?
like
What's
we
up,
got
Justin?
Ross and who's bearded daddy? Oh, is that
Is that Adam? Is that a Miller? I heard bearded. That's all I heard.
Bearded Dynasty? That was Josh, I believe.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
He was
Okay.
asking. He wonders if you order a plain hot dog with ketchup, is it still plain? To Chicagoans, probably. That's exactly how I order my hot dogs. I'm a terrible Chicagoan.
That's not a plain
Yeah.
hot dog. Plain hot dog is nothing. Bun only.
Yeah.
But
Bun only. That's a
Bun
plain hot
only.
dog.
I'm not that much of a sadist.
Yeah.
No, you're not. For anybody new joining the stream, allow me to introduce my two co-hosts, the better two-thirds of the stream, the founder
Damn right, the better two.
of Dan Doherty Scoop Co., the innovator, Dan Doherty, and of course
Ooh.
my partner in crime, Trey. Not as elaborate of an introduction, but
Thank you. Thank you.
Personally,
I don't need an elaborate
he doesn't need
introduction.
one.
Yeah.
He doesn't need one. Dan's
I-
got, he needs his accolades.
You know what? I honestly like what you just said there, Matt, though. Like, I feel like Dan Doherty just got his nickname, the Innovator.
The innovator.
That is a great nickname. I'm sorry, but it is sold in my mind right now.
I used to work at a Boy Scout summer camp when I was younger, and like we would get like fake name tags made, and one of them was the Contraptionist. Because one year I was
Contraptionist.
the one year
The
I-
innovator's
one year
definitely better.
Yeah, way
Well,
better.
yeah. What the one year I was archery director, and I took a old bike, and I put it out on the range, and I was able to make moving balloon targets on my range. That I just used like the like the one-way chain how a bike works. I just attached a really long rope
Totally.
to it, and I would pull a rope from like the safe area, so I had moving targets on my archery range.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I have no idea what you're talking about,
It
but I'm gonna
sounds
shake my head.
really
I'm gonna go like
innovative.
this and just say yes.
It was very innovative.
Sounds innovative. Let's just end there.
Yeah,
Deal?
very
Moving
cool.
on. All right, so for everybody, again, you was tuning in for the stream first time, second time, just a reminder, we're on Twitch, we're on YouTube, Facebook is soon to follow. Probably next episode we'll be able to go live on Facebook, which is pretty exciting. If you haven't already, make sure you like, subscribe, follow, depending on what platform you're on. Obviously, we appreciate people coming in to chat. We appreciate the feedback. Please do that in the DMs unless it's like relevant to the stream, like, hey, your audio sucks, which, it was really
We
bad
know.
last time.
Yeah,
It
it was.
Audio cutting out. We had echoes. Hopefully, there's no echoes today. I think we
Yeah,
found
Josh,
a
how do we sound right now?
solution
Do we sound good, Josh?
for that. Yeah, give us a thumbs up in the chat.
W's in the chat if we sound good.
Yes.
We gotta sound like professional Maddies. W's in the
yeah.
chat.
W's in the chat if we sound better than
Better,
last time.
yeah.
Yeah.
Last time was a little different. We have made some upgrades.
Yes, we
Matt
have.
sounds a little quiet.
I sound quiet?
You're just quiet spoken in general.
Yeah, I think that's what he's saying.
I don't know.
You know, you don't tell your side of the story all the
And
time.
Sean is a little loud.
SAD.
I know what that stands for. I'm not going to get into it.
Yeah. You
But
don't need
anyways, what have you guys been up to? What's going on in your world? WHIRL.
to. The whirly world. So we just my own world. I've had a lot of things going on. A lot of stressful things, a lot of fun things, a lot of different life-changing things. I just refinanced my home. I just refinanced my wife's car. I just bought a new car. I just was in the process in the last month of setting up and minimizing like $1,500 worth of outgoing monthly payments. It's a super stressful time of my life, but got it all done and ready to go in the near future here. You know.
Nice, and it did not stop you from buying a new microphone.
That is correct.
That's commitment to the
Yes.
Whirlyball community from the
That
Windy
is
City
correct.
edition. I just want to bring
Mhm.
that up. You know, Dan, what you been up to, man?
Well, as some people may know, some people might not know. It's almost like in a week it would be a year I had my rotator cuff surgery, and I was out of work 11 months. So I just got back to work like 2 months ago. I was literally getting ready to start driving Uber and Lyft.
Yeah.
When one of my buddies that I played softball with in my union was able to get me on at a job, and it was funny because he was like, the only thing that sucks about the job is it's Lake Forest Hospital. Lake Forest Hospital is 10 minutes from my house, which is like, in my trade, is like unheard of to have a job within like 15 to 20 minutes. So yeah,
So
I'm
you're
back to
like-
work. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm back to work. Shoulder's feeling good. Burnt myself at work.
That's when you know you're back.
Where'd you burn yourself at?
I was brazing med gas copper
Ooh,
for
yeah.
yeah,
Oh, I see that. Look at that. Looks good.
that was nasty.
Med gas copper. We
Yeah,
all know.
sa-
We all know what you're talking about.
So like, and you know how in the hospitals the rooms have like the oxygen and stuff that like they hook the people up to.
Okay.
The pipe fitters, we install all that.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
And
So-
you are a pipe fitter, correct?
Yep, union pipe fitter,
You
597.
fit the pipes where they belong.
I lay pipe. I do.
I'm impressed. I'm not even mad.
He lays and fits.
Ooh.
Yeah. We had a
2 for 1.
practice Sunday. Trey was there. It was a good
Yeah.
practice.
It's good practice. It was fun. I had a good time.
My shot, like everything's feeling better. Like, I don't know if at nationals you noticed, like I almost had to bend my shoulder funny to get my arm up. That's becoming a thing of the past.
Didn't
I'll give
notice.
you props, Dan. I'll give you props. You look good. You look good in this practice, buddy. You look good.
Thanks.
Your
I
whole
appreciate
body,
that.
your whole neck. You didn't look weird, and I've been practicing you obviously for the last year. You looked weird before.
No, yeah.
nationals.
Well,
And,
remember when I was shooting like a T-Rex?
Alligator
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Gator
pain was
guy.
there. Understandable. Understandable. You know?
Yeah. But I got the quick twitches back. That was
good.
the
the
big,
quick twitch.
the quick twitch.
I
That was
love
the
it.
biggest thing
Yeah,
that
that's
was
an athletic term. You know, athletes. Come on.
Yeah.
But
What
no,
about you,
yeah,
Matt?
It's I'm glad that your arm is feeling healthy because it was a little painful to play against you in practice and then to watch you in
Mhm.
nationals. Not gonna lie.
No, yeah. my shoulder was exhausted by the end of that tournament.
Oh yeah.
I
can
literally
imagine.
I literally had like my assessment to get back to work like 2 days after the tournament. And my doctor went to go check my strength, and he's like, "What's wrong with it?" I'm like, I just played a week of whirlyball. It's just dead.
And
he's like, "Oh, thank."
"What's whirlyball?"
Well, no. I asked him to make sure I was good for the tournament before I played in the tournament. I didn't want to do anything to.
Yeah, so let me ask you a question just kind of on that before I get into my stuff. So you go to see the doctor, right? They ask you probably what happened. Whirlyball inevitably comes up. What was the response from the doctor?
I had to explain it to him. He kind of had an idea of what it was.
So what was the bar
but-
pitch?
Lacrosse on bumper cars. It's my same bar pitch always. It's lacrosse on
Oh,
bumper
so you
cars.
just kept it real simple, real basic.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and I think the actual rotator cuff tear happened practicing for the Texas Nationals. We were at practice. I went for a block really quick, and I was like, ooh, that didn't feel right. And it was good for like 2 years, and then it got to the point where like I was leaving work, driving home in a sling.
Oof. Man, that's
Yeah.
rough. Well,
I
I'm
don't know
glad
how-
you're back.
Yeah, I would say I don't know how James did it. James Gill had rotator cuff surgery like a month or 2 after me, and I couldn't like. I imagine he was feeling it even worse than I was,
I'm sure he was.
I would.
and I was self-medicated at Nats.
That a boy. It's the only way to do it.
Yeah. One more thing.
Go
One more
ahead.
thing.
Yep.
I would say Brett's fiance Abby. She was able to get me my medical card. Which, I mean, it's legal in Illinois, but it's significantly cheaper with your medical card. And I really don't smoke it, but like I did get like a balm that helped really well. So if anyone's looking, Green Light
what?
Services
What did you say? A ball?
A balm.
balm,
Like a
Balm.
balm.
Bread.
Oh, okay.
balm.
Like a spread, like so. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, like icy hot.
Tiger balm, icy hot.
Yeah.
CB. What is that? What is the C? Yeah, fuck. I can't.
Yeah.
remember.
See,
So yeah, if anyone in Illinois or
CBD, yeah,
Minnesota
CBD rubs.
is looking,
That's
Abby
right.
can hook you up. Greenlight Health Services. Google it.
Very cool. Very
Google
cool.
it. Yeah, I mean, as far as what I've been up to, work's just been crazy these last couple of weeks. I started a new job back in March, and it's just been really just a steady grind.
What are the intersecting street corners of that, Matty?
Huh?
Huh?
It was a hooker joke.
This guy.
Boom.
Not even 10 minutes
Yeah.
into the stream, and you're dropping hooker jokes.
Wow.
If it wasn't for the gutter, my
You
mind
know
would
what?
be homeless.
Honestly, I wouldn't have laughed if you didn't tell me it was a hooker joke. So
Yeah.
obviously it's a good joke because
He's innovating so much, nobody even knows what he's talking
it,
about anymore.
you know, it was a joke, but he had to tell me it was a joke for me to laugh, which
Yeah.
it still made me laugh, which is boggles my mind. But good joke.
Yeah. Outside
2
of the
points.
work stuff, just been doing a little bit of work around the house, or apartment, I should say. Planning my daughter's 9th birthday party, which is going to be fun. We're going to be going to Wicked Ball, Chicago,
I'll be there.
which is pretty cool.
What the hell's Wicked Ball?
Wicked Ball, I don't really have a good bar pitch for it, but it's just a place where you can go and the kids could play a bunch of games. It's more
Yeah.
like an event place like Whirly Ball.
It's a good like
They have
like
Nerf,
you know how they got
Nerf
bounce towns?
Wars, they have.
Oh, that sounds dope.
Laser tag. They have.
You had me at
bubble
You had me at
soccer.
Nerf Wars.
I know bubble soccer.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, so we're gonna have it there. It's gonna be fun. See what else. That's pretty much it, man. Just I haven't really had a lot of time for myself just because of Whirly Ball and all that stuff, and then obviously getting everything going with the stream and all that. So making
Yeah.
sure we can have cleaner audio than we did last time, which was a major frustration last time, and then like
Yeah,
watching
for
the
sure.
stream back and being like, "Oh my god, this is terrible. How did people even watch this? This is rough."
Because it was a train wreck and they couldn't take their eyes off of it.
Yeah, but it's not like the Jersey Shore type train wreck where it's like, you know. Yes, I've watched Jersey Shore. Moving on.
Yeah.
Dan,
All
I
right.
mean, we got some updates. I think it's that time.
I'm really
Breaking
glad.
balls.
Oh
Go ahead.
my god.
I'm glad the Seattle guys gave us some of their sound bites. So
Yeah.
shout out the Podfathers
The
for
Podfathers.
The Podfather.
for
Mark
hooking
Steve.
us. Yeah. So yeah, let's start with the biggest and like most recent news. Apparently, Whirly Ball Plano is closing. So as
We don't
far
have
as I
a
under,
wah 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 soundbite, do we?
We don't need that for that. That's not what we do.
sorry, I'm still I got too
I
much
mean,
going on. But
I don't feel like that's needed for that though. Like that's not like a fail. It's kind of a sad thing.
It
you
is
know?
sad.
No,
I
yeah.
guess you could read into it a couple different.
Oh,
you
too
know?
bad I don't have taps. Taps would have been. More
I would, I
appropriate.
never played at the Plano Center. Obviously, the Texas guys are mainly, and I'm sure some of the older Whirly Ball players have played a bunch at that center. But I find that as a sad thing. You know,
No,
Like,
yeah, I
not
never
even a
wanna
joke.
s-
You know,
Yeah, I never want to see a center close. So, from what I understand, Hearst. Is,
I heard it from my source first, Dalton Lung. He told me, and then I found out.
Yeah,
just saying.
Dalton gets the first drop on just
Dalton,
about any
way to go,
volleyball
Dalton.
related.
Honestly,
Except-
all my Whirly Ball
except-
thoughts, I look through Dalton. I'm like, what's going on in the Whirly Ball world? Dalton's lets me know before I even think about thinking about it.
Except I was the one that saw Whirly Ball on the New Heights podcast first. That's mainly because I wasn't working. I was watching New Heights when I was not working.
Kyle asked us if we are all going to the invite.
Well, it's funny he should say that because that's going to segue to our next topic of breaking balls is the Jeremy Bennett invite in Novi.
Hell to the yeah.
It's a 3-day duration, September 27th through the 29th. Entry fee is $140. They had a block of rooms at the Sinesta Select. I think it's a little late if you haven't already done that. But last I checked, I think there's 71 confirmed and 4 maybes.
That's a solid invite.
That's great. That's great.
it's
I gotta
really-
give a quick shout out real quick, guys. I'm sorry. My boy Travis Embry's in here. He says, "Yo, what up?"
Hey, Travis.
Travis, how's it going, buddy? He's not a Whirly Ball guy, but he wants
Not
to let
yet.
everybody know to come shop at Kunis Honda in Sycamore, Illinois. I had to give that little advertisement out there for.
give
my
me
we
wife.
getting money
$500
for that?
off or,
Yeah, we can-
no
what's
dock
going on with
fee
that?
on the new car you got or something.
That's right. That's right. I
We're
just
gonna
bought a new
waive
car
the
for
dock fee if you give us a pub out of the whatever.
That's
Honda.
right.
So yeah. So Clint said invite should start around noon. I am going. I'm gonna get there late. Like I said, I'm working a new job close to home, and I was sick 2 days last week, so I didn't want to take off another day. So I'm gonna work most of the day, and I caught a one-way flight to Detroit. So I should be at the center by 6, and then Brett's being very gracious to give me a ride back to Chicago, so I didn't have to catch another flight.
Oh,
Not bad.
Coonsy.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Like
you know,
Coonsy.
I love Brett, by the way, but
Brett is great.
doesn't he look like a bald Abraham Lincoln?
A little bit. I can see it.
A bold or bald?
Bald.
Both.
Not balm. Not bold. Bald. That's
Like
kinda
a
little tongue twister
bald
there.
eagle, correct?
Yes, bald.
Old,
eagle, 'cause he's
old,
cue ball
honest,
top.
baldy.
You know what? I don't know if I agree, but
It's
trying
the
to agree,
beard.
but I just can't
It's
see
the
it. I don't
beard.
know.
It's nothing else.
All right, all right.
And
If he wore a top hat, maybe.
that would
I think
be.
that's-
We should test it.
Yeah.
Somebody bring him a top hat to the next practice. It'd be funny
Yeah.
him driving around in a top hat.
You know what? If Brett is watching this, Brett, you might just actually stuff me if you wear a top hat. I'll be honest. That might be your
You're gonna be fixated on it.
exactly.
I
You know,
gotta be
he's
looking
been
at
telling me
your
he's like, I want to stuff you, Sean, Trey. But if he wears that top hat, he's got a better chance. To be honest.
He definitely has a better chance. Well, I think it's about that time. We're going to welcome in our guests, who really excited to have them. Might have
Two guests.
Might
Two
be
guests.
talking a little bit of girly ball today to
Girly
reference
ball?
the Texas podcast, which I'm correct. Didn't they say girly ball?
I think they
say
did.
girly ball.
I think they
did say
did say girly ball. Yeah.
I'm getting old, man. My memory is totally
Yeah.
shot.
It's all good. It's all good.
But we're gonna welcome in, and here we go.
All right, the young gun with the ball there. He's going to hand it off to Sarah Doherty, who looks back at the defense before she takes the shot. That is such a veteran move for such a new player. You love to see that.
Sarah drives up for the screen and drains it.
Look at Sarah.
Sarah
playing
has
goalie.
locked down the 5 all morning and impeccable.
I mean, that is just fantastic. She is the shortest player on that team.
Yes.
Got in goalie.
Yes. She's an aggressive driver. She positions herself well.
Motor tried some one-on-one action against Alex, the goalie, but she was not having any of it.
Alex looking for the ball. She gets it. And she puts it in the hole.
There we go.
Hey, we're gonna
There
welcome
we go.
in 2 D champions, Sarah Doherty
Two.
and Alexandra. I don't
Hello,
even know how to pronounce
hello.
your last name. I don't want to
Yeah.
butcher it. I'm assuming it's
Bureau?
Bureau, yeah.
It's
Bureau?
Bureau.
Bureau.
Okay, so I'm
Okay.
glad I didn't go out on that limb. I would have been
The Burrow, yeah. Well, Burrow would be 2 R's and an OW,
I,
I guess.
I
don't know.
literally know an Alexandra Burrow. Spelled
do you?
exactly the
Oh.
same way. So
Poser. Yeah.
I guess.
Whoa, my shooting shots already.
Shots
Often
fired.
Been on for
imitated,
5
never
seconds.
duplicated. Hilarious. Well, welcome in, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us.
Yes, 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 yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Can everyone hear Sarah? Sarah and I are sharing a mic.
Hello, hello.
Yeah, Sarah, you're going to have to speak into the mic, though. You're going to have to get closer.
Okay. It's fun. I get to be in the view now instead of hiding in the bedroom.
Yeah. I love it.
I have many comments, but I'm not going to say a single one of them.
Yeah.
Not a single one.
I wasn't tracking with that, and then you said it, and now it's like, it's there. I don't
Yeah,
even know if I
yeah.
can do the rest of the show.
Yeah,
think
exactly.
I'm just gonna
It's
turn
done.
off my camera, let you guys take
Good
it.
call. Good call.
What a dick. What a day. All right, so let's get started with just some basic questions. I mean, everybody's come on so far, and I say everybody. We've done one stream, so it's not like there's been a lot of people. But the general thing, nationals just happened, right? You know, for Alex, this was your first national. Sarah, this is your first too, right?
Second.
I played in Cleveland.
Second, that's right.
But
Thank you for
You
reminding
can
me.
kind of not count that.
That was a mismatched team. That was a Chicago.
Oh yeah.
Atlanta
makes
team
sense.
that didn't get to practice together. I'm just trying
Very
to make
true. Very
caveats
true.
for.
So, how about this? First nationals in Chicago. First one for Alex. First real nationals for Sarah. I would love to hear a little bit about your guys' experience. You know, it seems like we've had. Hey, there's been a lot of really good stuff. Alex, this is all you know, right? Because have you been to other centers?
I've been to 0 other centers outside of Chicago.
Okay, so
Interesting.
perfect. So yeah, I'll give you guys the floor. I'd just love to hear about your experience. I'm sure Whirlyball Nation would as well.
Let's start with Sarah real quick.
Okay. Well, my first, I guess, Nats experience was actually Texas, but I didn't play there. But I followed Dan around for a few days.
We went to Six Flags.
Yeah, we went
Shocker.
to Six Flags. And I was here when we did the Invitational. I hung out with a bunch of people, so I kind of had a vibe about how things go for quite a while.
Yeah.
We got to play in one of the most fun whirlyball games ever, because we went down to the city, and it was me, Sarah, Steve, Noah, Joe Tiffany, Barrett, Jay Fenya, Dalton, Dalton's dad, and Mark. And the 10 of us got to play in the city for a half hour. We just played one big half-hour game.
That's
And
cool. Very cool.
Did you hear the names that we got to play on the court with? I mean, it wasn't very competitive.
Some big names.
It was just
Oh, there's still
fun.
big names out there. They were having fun.
It was a really
Yeah.
fun time.
Yeah.
That was my first time seeing that level of play, and I
Yeah.
hadn't been practicing yet. I was still I would play at Dan's birthday parties or whatever. So they stuck me on cherry. I didn't know what cherry meant yet. I was just sitting there watching them like do these full court shots back and forth, and I was like, whoa.
Yeah, and now you're better at cherry than Dan is.
Oh God.
Facts.
I could not resist that. That was just a layup.
Yeah, that's great. I like that.
Josh just said on Twitch, how many weeks until Sarah takes over my spot on the stream?
Uh-oh.
I don't do
That's probably my
technology.
favorite
I don't-
comment of
I
all
don't
time right there.
belong. I don't
Josh,
belong
I
on
signed an
streams.
NDA for.
Emotional damage.
I signed an
Yeah.
NDA, so I cannot divulge that information at
Yeah.
this time.
That's hilarious.
Alex, what about you? What was first impressions?
Yeah, I mean, I went in wanting to win so freaking bad. And I was lucky to have my first nationals at our home center, because that allowed me to just know our cohorts, which obviously can be an advantage for sure. Feel a little more comfortable because, you know, I knew the center, and I think that just helped out a lot. I was very nervous as I started watching people play games, and I know I kept talking to anyone that was standing by me that I was, because I had to watch someone play, and I know how much it means to everyone. And so, yeah, the nerves started like hitting right away. But I feel like for that first like seeding game, I think we were all like really nervous.
Yeah.
But I think we got more comfortable after that. And I think when we went on the court, all that kind of went away for the most part. But it was in between that was actually the hardest. was with that in between part. But I had so much fun. I had fun rooting for all of our teams as well. Like that part was actually one of my favorite. I mean, honestly, the B game with you all was one of the most exciting pieces. Yeah, I actually had so much fun watching that. So, and it was good just to honestly build more relationships with everyone too. Having more time off.
It's a fun community, correct? It's just an
absolutely
awesome community, and everybody is loving and caring, and you know, everybody has their own. What's the word? I'm losing the word right now. Like they care about the sport. I can't think of like the.
Yeah, everybody has a genuine
Passion.
love and
Passion, correct.
for the game.
Passion for it, but they still, you know, they still love everybody else playing the game. They still know that, you know, we're all human here. We're all trying to, you know, we're trying to get better. We all want to win, but at the end of the day, we're all human and we want to get together, you know, and hang out with our friends.
Yeah, I think it's difficult at your first nationals when you don't know like the entirety of the community yet to just really be like so laser focused on winning. And to a degree, it was like that, at least for me, when I went to Texas for the first time, like until somebody came up to me and was like just excited to see a new center, excited to see new people, and that really, like, shout out to Kyle Phillips. I know he was in the chat there early. I'm not sure if he's still there, but he came up and was like, man, like, you know, Chicago at Nationals, this is awesome. Like, let me buy you a drink. And I'm like, all right, this guy he's pretty cool. I mean, I can't. I'm not playing.
I like your pink. I like your pink hat.
Hey, I like your pink hat.
That's really what it was that made me want to join. 'Cause I hung out with everyone at the invite and was like,
Kyle's
wow.
pink hat?
Well, I don't think, was Kyle there? I don't think he was at that one. He came to the next invite.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
But yeah, I just like meeting the whole community, and it's just so welcoming. And I was like, okay, I want to be a part of this.
Yeah, such an.
I've been
amazing
trying to
group
get
of
her to
people.
play whirly ball like in leagues and stuff for years.
Since you asked her to marry you
In a whirly ball.
At a whirly ball court
I
in
was there for
Lombard.
that.
Yeah.
We were both there for that.
If we go back to your YouTube videos, Trey, we can find videos of her playing it like when we get like
I
open
agree.
plays.
If you guys want to see some old school whirly ball, 10-minute, just non-real whirly ball playing, but you go ahead and look up Trey's World on YouTube, TraysWhirld on YouTube, and you will see old school, like 2016, 2017, like hundreds of videos that literally is just horrible whirly ball playing. But Sarah's in one of those videos.
and the camera's pretty terrible too.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
And my shot is about the same as it was then.
So, did you guys make any like new friends out at Nationals this year? Have any good conversations with somebody? Anybody you want to shout out?
I mean, for me, I definitely met lots of people. I think there's, multiple folks from, I mean, I don't even know all the centers, but there were multiple people that I met. It was almost overwhelming. I mean, there's
It's the first year. It's the first year.
Yeah, 30 some players that I've never, met before. So I think I definitely met people and I enjoy questions. I mean, I think there was like Steve and Gus from Seattle. I think there was like Cheryl from actually Cleveland. Oh, Michigan. Sorry. Yes.
Yeah, Steve
Sorry.
is from Seattle.
Steve. I meant to say Steve and Noah. I wanted to start with Steve and Noah, and then go to Gus, and then go to Cheryl and I believe it was her husband.
Cheryl is so awesome.
We connected some too. Yeah, there's so many nice people. But I overwhelmed with how many people there were to meet, and I was focused on my game and my team. I felt like a lot too. So I think I'm excited to play more whirly ball and go to Invitational so that I can actually meet more people too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're going to Invitational, right?
Yes, I'll be
cool.
at Michigan.
Yeah.
My first one.
Awesome.
Yay.
Badass.
Jeez.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
She's
I'm
hooked.
excited for you.
She's hooked.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
I am
like-
excited for her to
Yeah,
go
I
there,
like
to be honest.
I like the invites because you get to play with people from other centers.
Yeah.
So
what I'm looking
my
forward to.
question is, and I don't know, maybe someone in the chat can that from Michigan could tell me this is I can't make it this year. I had a lot of life things happening. I didn't know if I was going to be able to make it or not. I would love to go on, but so they just transferred from both courts being the clutch carts to one court is brain carts. At this invitational, does any Michigan player know that if both courts are going to be brain carts, or are you guys going to have a mixture of both brains and clutch? Because that's actually going to be an interesting tournament. I'll be
That's a good
100%. I'm actually excited to watch that and see like the same teams play each other on a clutch cart versus a brains cart. That'll be fun to watch. And yo, what up? Wadeful P on Twitch. I don't know who
Hey,
that would be.
Wade, Full
Yeah.
P21.
P21. So
Justin,
anybody on
good
Michigan,
luck
can
with
you
reffing the leagues.
can you chime in on that? Because I would love to know what is going on over there for the Michigan invite. That'd be great.
Yeah, if anybody from
assume
Michigan's in the
that-
chat,
assume
give us
someone from Michigan's
give us a
watching.
little shout out. What do you say?
I said that means you're assuming someone from Michigan's watching.
Talk into the
Yeah.
That assumes
Thank
that someone
you.
from Michigan's watching.
You know Clint's watching. He's always watching.
Maybe not. I think
No,
we're
he's
giving
probably not.
Clint a lot of credit. I don't
Yeah,
think he
that's true.
likes us that much.
Yeah.
It's an hour later.
How about
They're sleeping.
another question?
Oh, I have an answer to the other question.
Hold on, I'm sorry, 1 second. Bearded,
away.
we just went there. I was there with you guys. It was the same. It was 1 cart clutch, 1 cart brain. So yes, you are correct. I would love to know too as well.
Yes.
Go ahead, Sarah. I said I'm sorry.
No, when Matty was asking about people, I was trying to think if I met anyone new, and I did. We got to play mini golf with Ian Newby.
Yeah.
So he was pretty fun to spend time with. I enjoyed his company.
Yeah, that's the first time I've met Ian too.
He's been out of whirly ball for a while,
He's
right?
been out of whirly ball for a while. Even in Seattle, I don't think he was there.
He called me for an extension. Did you know that, Matt?
At the end of the game.
It was the Atlanta game or whatever, the semifinals. He called me for an extension, and I'm like, what?
Yes,
What?
I remember being outside the hotel and talking with him about it, and he was like, and I was like, I've like watched it back on the video, and it's definitely it's a little sus. It's a little sus.
Whatever.
Call.
It's all good. America.
Okay, so Ian, you played mini golf with Ian. I'm surprised you didn't meet a lot of people. Like, you made that nice little basket of goods for the women's restroom.
I feel like for the most part, I knew all the women already, right? I don't think there were any really new ones this week. Well, no, there must have been because we had a record-breaking number, right?
Yeah, I feel like there was
Yeah.
a few new faces that I had never seen before. Like, I think was it Jody? Jody from Seattle.
Jody.
Rebecca Morris.
I remembered meeting
Rebecca
Rebecca in
Morris, yeah.
Texas.
Nina. I had never met Nina before. She was
that's
an
true.
Neither have I.
absolute hoot. Loved
She was
her. Like,
funny, yeah.
we talked for probably like 30 minutes during one of the games, and I was like actually more interested in talking to Nina than I was watching the game. Like, she just has a nice way about her. Shout out to Nina.
Yeah, Nina was great. Honestly, first time meeting her as well. She was awesome to talk to.
Yeah, just another person who fucking loves whirly ball, loves the
Yeah.
community, period. Like, and put me around those people all day. I'm a happy man. I'm a happy man.
Hey, Sarah, can you tell me a little bit more about that bathroom treat you set up for all the whirly ballers out there?
Yeah, and the nice little pamphlets with the discounts and the directions, the touristy stuff. Like, you guys went above and beyond for that. That was really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I felt like I'm sure everyone knows by now, but Dan and I live like 2 minutes down the street from the center, so it kind of felt like a personal welcoming to all these people because we actually live here. Yeah, so I wanted to share what's in the area. I actually had a lot of other like local mom and pop kind of things on the list, but there wasn't enough room because these guys got too many discounts.
Sorry.
Yeah, but
So,
still,
a lot of time.
that's so cool.
It's good.
Like, something that I don't think I've ever seen done at any national. So, like, kudos to you guys for going above and beyond. It's obvious that the whirly ball community appreciated it because, you know, people have brought that up several times. That there's just like one extra thing to make the experience, you know, and not feeling like you're in a place
A little bit better.
No, it's a little weird, right?
I mean, I give the first props to Snowy, I think, because Snowy had the discounts for the Mexican restaurant and had like the Pizza Hut right near the center. And
When was that? Was that in
that was
2021?
Yeah, that was two years ago.
2022.
2 years ago. Yeah,
I don't know. I wasn't there, so I didn't know that.
yeah. So
So you stole the idea from Snowy.
yes.
Got it.
We just did it better.
I mean, it was funny because
yes, it definitely seems like
Cheekwan started getting discounts at places, and I was already like out talking to like me and Cheekwan both had the same idea, and like then we worked together to get the discounts.
Yeah, Chiquan actually messaged us, and I was like, well, hey, I'm making a pamphlet, so let me know what you get.
nice.
And then also shout out Brendan for he got those pamphlets made for free for us because he works for a printing company.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember
people
that. Yeah.
helping people.
Way to go, Brenton.
That's powerful stuff. All right, how about
And he also printed those condom wrappers.
oh,
Did he?
my God.
Did he now?
He did.
Innovator.
Yep. Well, that's
You know.
Brendan. We can't give.
He,
you
you know what's
credit
funny?
for that.
He is Brendan came up to me and he's like, you know what? I think Dan also came up to me and he's like, the condom wrappers. The idea came from you, Trey.
Yep.
And
Oh, yes.
we don't want to see any up and coming whirly ball players that have got a lot of skill and ready to play this game have to dip out for like 4 years in a row because you're having kids. And that's exactly what happened to me. Is I had a bunch of kids, a whole bunch of kids, this beautiful girl, whatever. and I couldn't play whirlyball for a while. But
I was
came
gonna
back.
say,
You came back with a vengeance.
Came back with a vengeance.
At
Skip
home,
C, 1B,
defended his,
you know?
his home court and won a B banner.
That's right. It felt great. Honestly, that was. I've won D, and wish I would have won C, but I haven't been around for a while.
Would have been cool
But,
if you could have played C and B. I know there's a frowning.
I
on
could have.
dipping,
I
but-
probably could have.
But you would have been the deciding factor on Dan's team. Well, it wouldn't have been Dan's team because he probably would have not been on the team.
Oh, shots fired.
Maybe.
Dang.
I thought I played pretty well for a guy with a shoulder and a half.
I
What's up,
know.
Durable?
I love you to death. I just gotta. You razz me a lot. We razz each
Yeah.
other. Let's just
Yeah.
call it what it is.
It's fun. It's fun that way.
When video.
It's more fun when we're razzing each other. Yeah, when video. To give a little context on that one, Dan Doherty, Scoop Company, tends to videotape all of our practices. And literally 10 minutes after we're leaving every single practice, Matt comments on our groups, either Discord or Messenger, and just posts when video. And
Yeah, but here's the thing. For further context, I would say there were times when it was like, all right, like, we don't expect it the Sunday after. Is it great if we
No.
get them? Absolutely.
Yeah.
You set that precedent, and hey, the people want more. But it used to be like a Wednesday thing or Thursday, Friday. Like, it'd take a week for these videos to get up.
it's ridiculous.
It took a long time, and then Dan started doing it, and then like one day he did it like super fast, and then the precedent was set. So now it's like Monday, and
Yeah.
I don't have videos yet. So it's like the natural question is
Matty's over
when
there with
video?
like video withdrawals.
Yeah,
Like
no, it's that
Wait,
Dave
wait,
Chappelle
okay,
gif
I'm
all day.
pretty sure-
Move the whirlyball videos.
I'm pretty sure he sent that GIF where he took Dave Chappelle and was like, when them videos, with
when
him
video.
scratching his neck.
Any more of them
And then
in
I
these
would
Scoop
get-
videos.
Yeah.
I would get so much shit from
Yeah.
everybody, like in our center chat about like, geez, man, like take it easy, and it's like, dude, like it's a joke. If he doesn't
Yeah.
get up, do I want him? Yes. And I know if I plug a little bit, there might be a little bit of pressure. But Dan then started to razz me back. So much so that he took my Google photo from an email. I don't know how he got it, or my LinkedIn something. And then he put the when videos coming out of my mouth from that image.
That's
And then
awesome.
he chopped up a video of me falling out of a cart in Michigan, which we will share by the
Oh
way.
my goodness! Do we have that right now? We have to play it right now.
He has it. He has it.
Yeah,
You gotta
but
play
I
it right
don't-
now.
I can't cue it up on the stream. It's funny, and maybe
Yeah.
next time we'll be prepared and we can bring
All
that
right.
up. But
Yeah, we weren't prepared today. That
uh,
makes sense.
Shout
That's
out
hilarious.
to Doug Troyer for totally juking me out of my shoes.
Oh,
But
that was hilarious.
the seatbelt came off like mid-game, and I was not anticipating it.
Sure, it did.
It did.
The seatbelt came off mid-game.
It did.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's calling me a liar. Why would I?
I
lie
never said
about
you're a
it?
liar. I'm just saying the
Dude, I put it
seatbelt.
out there that I fell out of the cart. I'm embarrassing myself openly.
I know.
And it was funny. It was
Yeah.
I sold it really well again. Being an
Neville.
athlete,
Shocker.
being an athlete.
Was that
I-
Ross? That's
I
definitely
rolled.
Ross, right?
I
Yeah,
rolled
that's
with
Ross.
it, got right back up. Everyone's like, "You okay?" I'm like, "I'm good. Let's go." Intense games against A players in Michigan. Like,
Yeah.
hey, it's just it's what you got to do. Last question I have before we get into some of the segments: who is someone that you guys enjoyed playing against?
Yeah.
And you can pick somebody from our center if you guys like, because obviously there's a different mode that switches from the practices, even though they're competitive, to being at nationals,
Yeah.
or somebody from another center, or throw out a couple people. Let's give some
Yeah.
people.
Let's
some
start
shout-outs.
with Alex on this one. I'm gonna put you under the gun real quick. Sorry, Alex.
No, it's all good. And I just want to share that I'm in the great state of Iowa. This is my hotel in the background. It's just
the
so people know.
great state of Iowa.
She's defending it. Yeah, she
I'm like
was,
looking at my background
She
here.
was the
Is there
audio and
whirly
video
ball?
issue person.
Is the
Yeah.
whirlyball in Iowa?
There's
No.
definitely no whirly
So
ball
then it's
in
not the
Iowa.
great state of Iowa. It's just the
It's
state
not.
of Iowa.
It is not. But
Formally.
I just wanted people to know that are joining in where I'm at right now.
Mhm.
But my favorite player to play against,
Yeah, somebody you
Mm,
enjoyed.
Yeah.
it's hard to say one person, I would say. I did appreciate playing against Rebecca. She was, I mean, just such a great shooter and tough. And again, it's great to see a woman being, doing well in whirly ball. So I think that overall team was fun to play against, but I did appreciate her shot. Um, I will say I do appreciate playing against or enjoy playing against Ross and kicking his ass.
Oh!
Ross!
Shots fired, Ross.
Whether that's in practice or
I'm pretty sure Ross is in the chat right now on Twitch, so
Jacked.
he's
I know, he'll
definitely going to be. Oh, peace out, he says. He says, peace out. He go. Nice.
Just
so
ruined his
those are
life,
my initial
Alex.
thoughts. Yeah.
Ruined his life.
Yeah. I said I'm sorry.
Emotional damage.
That's awesome.
A little bit of that.
Oh, God.
Sarah?
Yeah,
Same
that's
question,
funny.
yeah.
I think Alex stole my answer.
Oh, my goodness. I love it already.
No,
I love it already.
I told the Seattle team, like, I loved playing them because they were all, like, you could tell they loved what they were doing and they were just having fun. And it was all smiles and it's just, like, the energy on the court was so positive that, like, I almost didn't, I mean, I wanted to win, but I almost didn't care who did because I liked them all so much.
Yeah.
So that was a lot of fun. Obviously, it's fun playing against our own people because it's comfortable and they're our friends and stuff. Nick has always been a lot of fun to play with, and it was fun when he subbed on our team sometimes if we didn't have all 5 of us. He really was a good fit for us. But yeah, same thing. Ross, I don't know if people know the backstory about like how our teams were developed and stuff, but
Let's assume that they don't.
yeah. In the beginning, before like a lot of people were showing up to practice, I would watch Ross play and I was like, wow, he knows what's going on. Like he's setting picks and like he knows things. I want him on my team.
He drinks and he knows things.
At the same time, we were trying to put together a women's team, so I was also like, ooh, we're going to beat him. And, we ended up on a team without him anyway, so I was always kind of like, gotta take down Ross.
Hold on, we got a question on Twitch from, was it
Adorable.
Adorable. You want to read that, Sarah?
As a woman, I have a question. How does it being a woman in whirly ball?
How does it feel? How does it feel?
Oh, okay. How does it feel being a woman in whirly ball? Do you ever have a hard time with the other teams? Are there a lot of female whirly ball players? Oh yeah, the how does it feel correction is there.
How many do we have this year? Do we have,
I don't know.
12, 13?
There's a lot.
Well, how many players do we have in general? Was it like? Does anybody know the actual
It
number
was-
offhand?
160 or 165.
I thought it was 32 teams or something like that.
Do the math.
32 times 5, 3,
160.
6, 9, 12, 15, 180.
What? Trey, can you
is that
remind
much?
me
Yeah.
what your neighbor's name is again? I'm sorry.
She's not my neighbor anymore. Anna.
Oh, Anna. That's right. So Anna, just so you know, we're going to be addressing that. Actually, it's a topic of conversation that will be brought up. So we will answer your question. It will just be later, and it'll be a first-hand experience.
We'll come
So,
back to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exciting stuff.
I guess we're coming back to that same question.
We are.
Oh, hey guys, we can get cheap viewers
Look at
at
Kyle in the chat. W. W for Kyle Phillips in the chat.
Thank
A
you.
bunch of
Thank you.
champions and Dan. Love it.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
hold on. Where is it at?
Dude.
Emotional damage.
I love it.
All right, you guys want to get into some into the gauntlet?
No.
Let's do it.
You want to get into the gauntlet?
Let's do it.
All right, Trey, you're up.
With what?
So I need you to set the table.
I you know what? Sometimes the table's just already set. What am I setting up? Where are we
You
going?
got to introduce the new segment.
Oh, there's
that we're
apparently
doing.
there's a new segment that we're doing here.
Apparently,
And do we have a good name for it yet?
fact or fiction.
Fact or fiction? And
Simple concept.
Let's rock paper scissors between Alex and Sarah. Who's gonna start first? Best out of one. All right, and it's hand up in the air. Rock paper scissors, and no shoot. Just rock paper scissors. Okay.
Okay.
Who does it without shoot? You're a madman.
You're
I
a
agree.
madman.
I concur.
Let me see. I can't see Alex's. Hands up in the air, and we're gonna go rock paper scissors. You ready?
Ready.
Rock paper scissors.
Oh.
I didn't know we were starting.
All right. Well, I think Sarah won there because Sarah was just holding the rock and Alex is holding the scissors. Just like
Wow. Cheater.
Sarah, who's going first?
I'll go first.
No, Alex is.
Alex, you go first.
Oh, no.
All right.
Does that feel like a
So
win? Okay.
this new segment, Alex, is it's called Fact or Fiction, and I'm going to ask you a series of questions, and you have 5 seconds to answer all these questions. Okay.
Uh-oh. Okay.
All right. I'm going to also ask, because there's 2 people here, I'm also going to ask Sarah not 5 questions, but a bunch of questions. And she's going to have 5 seconds to answer the questions as well. We're going to review them after they're all done. Okay.
Scary.
Alex, are you ready?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Fact, true or false is your only answers, okay?
Okay.
Fact or fiction?
Fact or fiction? True or false, your only answers. Being left-handed is an advantage.
True.
Whirly ball has improved your spatial awareness off the court. 3, 2.
False.
Dead. Dead.
That's a good one. Whirly ball is the greatest sport known to mankind.
True.
Okay. Dan Doherty's Scoop Co. has made you a better player.
True.
Ooh, that's impressive. I'm not even mad. All right. Whirly Ball Nationals will be on TV in the next 20 years.
Oh. True.
Okay. Handicap signs are a danger to society.
True.
And I got one more for you, Sarah. One more for you, Alex. Justin's shot at the end of the championship was the shot of the tournament.
That I solved. Yes. True.
True? Okay. All right,
I nailed it.
we're going straight into Sarah. We're not going to review that. We know her answers. They're locked in. All right, Sarah. Whirly ball is the greatest sport known to mankind.
True.
We know Dan's scoops are superior, but is he also a superior husband?
He's the only husband. True.
Okay. Competitive
I
whirly
feel like
ball.
that was a little cop out there.
Yeah, it might have been a little cop. We can review that in the review
Not
session.
my only husband.
Oh.
Superior compared to other people's husbands.
Well. Okay.
I'll say
We're
this.
definitely going to go over that later.
Controversy.
Yeah. Controversy.
She was just at a bachelorette party, and they were comparing engagement stories, and
This was my story. People were jealous of our story.
Continue.
Okay. I skipped a question on Alex, but I'll skip this question on Sarah as well. And I'll ask them both next to each other. Okay. Competitive whirly ball is better than casual.
Yeah. We play in Chicago.
3,
at this
2,
point- Oh, sorry.
1.
Yep.
Is that a true?
Yes.
Okay. You feel superior walking around the house knowing you have won a banner and Dan hasn't.
False.
Wow. Whirly Ball Nationals will be on TV in the next 20 years.
True.
Okay. Justin's shot at the end of the championship was the shot of the tournament.
100%.
When you found out you were going to play Chicago in the championship, you knew your team would win.
In between.
No. No.
2,
I'm excited to play
1,
Yep.
3.
she said yes.
Okay. Going back to Alex. I'm sorry, Alex. I skipped a question on you, and just because I wanted to ask this separately. Alexandra Bureau was the best player on her nationals team.
Oh.
False?
Yeah.
Okay. Sarah. Sarah Doherty was the best player on her nationals team. Okay. All right. Well, that's all the questions I have. Let's go over them, ladies.
Time
Yeah.
to review.
Are you excited? All right. Should we go both together? Should we go back and forth? What do you think, Matt?
I kind of like the back and forth.
Back and forth?
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, okay. So, Alex, I asked you, being left-handed is an advantage.
Mm-hmm.
And you said true.
Yes.
Why do you feel? Why do you feel that being left-handed is an advantage? Is because I play against Jaquan all the time, and I stuff the shit out of him all the time.
Got him.
I think it's an advantage because we're shooting from a different side of the sort of car, but also more so.
You have a
I think when we're
different angle.
blocking, but I think when I'm blocking too,
Okay.
I think when people are shooting coming from a different side, they're used to being blocked on one side of the car, and I'm coming from a different side, so I think that does throw them off.
Okay. I get what you're going there. I feel like at the earlier levels, you kind of have that advantage because they're not expecting a lefty to come up with their hand. But when you play at the upper levels, I switch hands and I go
True.
side by side, so I get that
Good
range
point.
in both directions. So
Yeah.
I agree
Applicable
with
for me.
it. Yeah.
But I will say though, very eloquent answer, well thought out.
Yeah, very cool. That's a good answer. All right, Sarah. Whirly ball is the greatest sport known to mankind. You said true.
Yeah. I don't watch sports, and I never played any sports, so for me, whirly ball is really the only sport. But yeah, what else is on bumper cars? Like,
I agree 100%. It's a great sport. It's awesome. I'm going to go 2 for 2 with you, Sarah. I said, we know Dan Scoops are superior, but is he also a superior husband? And I'm glad he's not here right now to hear your answer. So
Yeah,
go ahead, tell us the real
answer.
tell us the real answer.
That's the real story. Ah, shit, he's back.
He didn't hear the question. We're good. We're good.
he's a great husband. I don't know
Yeah.
how much you want to hear about his husbandry.
Oh,
Well.
just keep it PG.
Yeah, what are we doing? What are we talking about here?
My favorite thing is how well he takes care of the dogs. He's a very good dog person. I don't like to say owner, dog companion.
Dog
that.
companion. That's a good answer. Good answer. Okay, going back to Alex. Whirly ball has improved your spatial awareness off the court. You said false, I believe.
Yeah.
Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
I don't think I can.
Yeah, I mean,
Do you want me to tie it into some other question that you'd asked me?
You go ahead and tell us whatever you want to tell us about that.
Yeah, I still have to keep my head on and off the court. I can replay an example for you if you want to touch on that again.
By replay, what do you mean replay? Are you
Well,
gonna
not actually
play
demonstrate.
it out? Do you have a
I
video
wish
on
we
what
had
we're
that
talking
on
on?
video.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
A demonstration, a live demonstration? No.
Yeah, or you just look at Trey's, his sign.
Oh.
Yeah, what does that say?
In the back of his camera.
What does that say back there?
That's weird.
It
You're
says,
supposed to.
"You shall not
Love you.
pass."
Yeah.
And
Also,
it looks
Dan's
like
got
a
a
dead body.
yeah. Dan's got a sign up there too. It's very weird. We can touch on that later if we want to.
Okay.
Oh
Okay.
my God,
know.
I didn't even notice that. That is fantastic.
That's great.
Yeah, so
I'm gonna go
let's-
2 for 2
hold
on Alex. I'm gonna
hold
skip.
on. We need to talk about that story because we brought it up on the
Okay.
on the stream last time. I don't want to lose the momentum for this one, but now you folks, listen up. You're going to hear from the individual herself.
Yes.
Real life experience, not just my tainted view from sitting on a bucket.
Oh
Alex,
boy.
and the
Please tell us the
Nationals.
story.
Walking
Yeah,
out the door,
so-
the scene is set.
What just happened before, by the way? I want to know the story of literally what just transpired, where we were at, where we were going here. Was this seeding games? Was this championship?
was
Was
the-
it all done?
It was the end of it all. The end of
End of
the
it all. So you
entire
have won the
national
D.
tournament.
You have won the national D championship,
Yes.
and we're all done. We're all excited.
No,
we're all
day
giving you the
later.
hurrahs. Oh, was the
Day
day later? Was
later.
the
It was a
after
day
the
later,
B?
technically. Yeah.
So
It
after
was.
the
It was.
B?
Everyone was leaving.
We had just
Everyone
won.
was leaving.
So she is a champion. She is a national champion.
Yeah.
And she is walking out of the whirly ball for the last time for the year as in the national tournament. And she's
Champ-
walking out of the whirly ball, center.
Champagne
Tell us a little
hasn't
bit more.
even dried yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm walking out, headed to my car. Me and Brett are walking out together. I see both you, Matty, and Trey sitting on, which I realize were buckets now. And what you missed was I had turned to you both and I said, with finger guns, national champions. And I'm like yelling at you. Like a little national champions, obviously really cool. And I'm so like excited and kind of saying our goodbyes at the same time. And obviously not looking where I'm walking, and bam, I hit the handicap parking sign, which did not hurt at all.
No,
besides
never.
my soul. Besides
A
my
little
soul.
piece of her died at Vernon Hills.
Yes,
Okay.
for
That's
sure.
great.
So, and there were some folks by a car or truck that also saw it. I'm not sure who it was because I just dipped out of there.
Done.
Yeah,
I was
said
over it.
on the stream. You almost didn't even break stride, which I thought was incredible.
Yeah, it was impressive.
Me
Me and Matt had to look at each other.
Did
Did
this really happen?
Did that just happen?
The sign
I don't
was
know.
still like, no. It was gone.
All right, see you guys. Good
In
talking.
the car, like,
Yeah.
peeling out of the parking lot.
We're still champions.
Yes, yeah. So I definitely left nationals with a bang, and I will say that.
Oh, there we go. There it is. There's the punchline, ladies and gentlemen. I
Boom.
love it.
I will
sir.
say though, the next day or the day after, when Matty brought it up in the group chat, I had actually literally forgot about it, which I wish I would have still had forgotten
Awesome.
about it. But he brought it to the group and then shared it to the whole whirly ball.
Yeah.
Or you both did. Actually, Trey brought it first, but shared it with everyone, and
That's awesome.
now they know officially. They didn't from your description before that it was me.
Yep.
Yeah.
And, you know,
Just
and-
next time hit the sign harder so you forget.
no,
Yes, exactly. I think I did until it got
Short-term
brought up.
memory loss is, normal after impacts like that.
It was great hearing your side of the story, Alex. Thank you for
Yes.
telling us. That's awesome.
So happy to share.
Thank you.
Yeah, rip it off. Band-Aid is gone.
The Band-Aid is gone. It is done over. You are a whirly ball national champion,
Woo, woo.
and it's all said and done.
Yep.
All right, going back to Alex. I don't think I asked you this one. Oh, I did ask you that one. That was your spatial awareness, and that's why her spatial awareness is not the
Lacking.
best. All right.
Yeah.
Alexandra Bureau was the best player on her nationals team.
No,
Said
definitely
no.
not. So I will say, I think for our whole team, I think we all had our strengths and opportunities, and I think we all brought something different to the table. I actually will say Sarah to me, and you definitely don't have to say me, Sarah, promise. Sarah to me was.
Oh, she shook her head no already. She shook her head no already. She said, "No, that's not you."
I don't like
Say no to me, not
children. Oh no, I just no, but I think Sarah for sure was the strongest player on the court. I think we've also had conversations as being part of defense, we don't always get recognized for what we bring to the table. But I think Sarah just had really just great court awareness. She was helping make up for other people's mistakes, really helping direct where we needed to be. So I thought she did an awesome job out there, and she was
Awesome.
definitely leading us through a lot of it and definitely through the tournament. So thank you, Sarah. You're an awesome teammate.
Great job, Sarah.
Very good. All right, going back to a Sarah question. All right, competitive whirly ball is better than casual.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was gonna dive in, and then when I forgot, we didn't have time to dive in. Yeah. So we play in the social league in Chicago, which is very much not.
Rule based.
Yeah, not rule based. It's very, very casual. People playing there don't really.
No key, no possession.
Yeah.
Say it.
So once we started practicing with the Nats people, Alex and I ended up having to play a game like with them, just us, and we were like, wow, we're really kind of having to play down to make this fair already. Like when we were
That's awesome.
when we had just been practicing for a few months, so it just started to feel less exciting.
Yeah.
Very cool.
It's weird how that
Okay.
happens, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, 2 in a row for Sarah. Sarah Doherty was the best player on her nationals team. You said false.
I agree with Alex that everyone brought something different to the table. I think it's hard to pick out one person who brought more things to the table than someone else, but they were all different. Alex and I think, brought our court awareness. Alex brought her ability to smash balls out of the air.
That's good.
The ball smasher. We got a nickname.
Yeah, which I think I still have yet to do. So my job was just to intimidate people from trying. Maybe Justin probably is the most all-around player.
Yeah.
He has the good court awareness, but also has a really good shot, and is also a good driver.
Do you think he gets that from his dad?
Yeah, it could be.
Let's not give Bill any credit,
No,
all right?
but yeah.
Bill's not in there.
But we
They're not
had
Gets it from
some,
Tracy.
It's all Tracy.
That's
we
definitely
had
Tracy.
we had some really strong shooters that, weren't being Alex. We brought something different. And we told the shooters where to go. So
If you were to choose a leader on your team, who would you choose?
I kind of took the responsibility of telling people where to be. So
Okay.
I don't know if you would call that. the
Alex, would
leader.
you agree with that? Would you kind of take Sarah as probably the leader of the team? Like
Yeah.
the
Yeah, I
person
think-
that kind of got things going in their feng shui of what's going on?
Now, was this an
Yeah,
on-
There was
on
there
the
was
court
you
or,
two,
like,
there was
emotional
Miles,
leader, or
there was
both?
Justin, and then who else was on the team? It was Alex,
Aaron.
Sarah,
Aaron.
Miles, Justin, and Aaron. Correct.
Yeah.
Baby Trey.
Baby Trey is what was Aaron's nickname apparently.
Did you ask something, Matty?
Yeah, so like on court leadership or off court, right? Like emotional leader, right? Like it's a long tournament. It's the first one for a lot of people. Like somebody's looking to just to feel comfortable and relaxed, right?
Yeah.
And it's difficult.
I think Aaron took on that role because he has coaching experience, and he was
Yeah.
all about keeping the vibes positive and making sure feedback was always done in a really nice way. And and Alex and I, it was important to us to do homework. So as soon as our team was made, we were like, okay, guys, you're on the homework team.
By the way,
They're going to want to play with us again.
Aaron is such a chill dude.
He
Like
is.
Mhm.
He was-
the
he
way
was
you kind
awesome
of
to be
described
around.
it, Sarah, that he would just be constructive, right? Like with giving feedback or
Yeah.
tempering the stuff. Like you just talk to that guy and you're relaxed. I don't know what
Yeah.
it is. He's not Baby
Oh.
Trey, because when I talk to Trey, I don't often feel relaxed.
Do you feel relaxed when you talk to me?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, really? Okay,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Real quick, Ross in the Twitch chat.
Twitch
Say that
Tret?
Yeah, say that 10 times fast. It says you two are a huge pain in my ass on defense.
Oh, Scoop Dogs.
And then
That was the
also
goal.
with AA Ron, he is the dude. He's the dude from the Big Lebowski.
Dude, he is the dude.
I could see him walking around in a robe with a white Russian. Wouldn't surprise me.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay. All right, going back to the questions that I asked here. Still staying on stare right here. I asked you, we know Dan Scoops are superior, but is he also a superior husband?
I think we got
And you
that
said,
one.
I'm
We
pretty
covered
sure you
that.
said true. Did we cover that?
I mean,
already?
unless you want to.
Oh, yep. No, I covered it already. No. I'm
Hey,
sorry.
I'm always looking for more.
I don't want to hear it
compliments.
twice. I don't want to hear it twice. Whirlyball Nationals will be on TV in the next 20 years. You said true.
Yeah, we have a lot
Yeah.
of people innovating, Dan included, but we have Gus / Justin / whatever else he goes by.
Justin
Whirly Freak.
Zirkle, Gus, Whirly Freak.
Freak.
Whirlyball!
And he's obviously always doing awesome things with technology. And I know Aaron
Oh, he's doing a
actually
lot of
had
great
some
things.
ideas too, because he does broadcasting. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm sure it'll be quicker than 20 years for sure.
Oh, impressive. Impressive.
Even
All right.
if it has to be public access, still counts on TV.
It does count.
True debt. All right, going back to Alex. All right. I asked you the same question. We don't need to ask you that same question.
Yeah, you can
Alex.
cherry pick.
Yeah. Sorry. What's the next one? Oh, this is a really easy one for you. Handicap signs are a danger to society.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Is
We
there
don't
is
need
there
to
more words?
elaborate.
Do you need to go any more
Yeah.
words than yeah?
Yeah, I'm good with that. That's,
You told
we
the
can
story.
move on.
You told the story. Okay. And then last question I think I asked you was, Justin's shot at the end of the championship was the shot of the tournament. What have you? I think you said true.
I did say true. Yeah. I mean, I think it was just so fun to see Justin play in general, and obviously, the connection with him and his dad both winning championships, and so him just being so excited and proud of that shot was just so cute and fun to see for him, and I thought it was awesome. So yeah, I thought it was such a great shot for him at his first nationals as well. So yeah. I'd say best shot.
It meant a lot. I think it meant a lot to both him and his dad. Yeah.
It's just that like cement, right? Like you guys, the game was pretty much done, and it was won at that point. But it was cool because when you know that the game's pretty much over, like you're excited, but there's a level of like, right, and the lack of excitement kind of goes down. And then this kid chucks up a shot from 8.5 wells in the corner, and the dude's like, like what, 13 years old? 14 years old?
14.
Yeah.
14, yeah.
I've seen that video.
Shot, just wild.
He showed me that video at least 20 times
with the wind
that night, and I'm like, there's a nice shot. That's a good shot.
We're back
It
again.
was
Very anannoying after that shot.
Oh,
and
it was
winning.
not annoying. It was beautiful.
It was sweet.
Is that where you got the guns from? Him? Because I know I saw him doing it on the court, and it's like, bro, you just missed 5 in a row, and you made 1.
Yeah.
It was
Put
it
the
was
guns
funny.
away.
After that night, Sarah and I were going back to the hotel to eat and drink with everyone, and I saw me and Sarah. We went to McDonald's. We were waiting for our food. Tracy was there in the van with the kids, waiting for her food. So I got out of my car and I crept up on them, and I kid you not, I'm pretty sure Justin was in the front seat with his feet up on the dash with his phone, watching that shot on
Over and over.
I can see that.
Yeah.
That's good. That's great.
I don't
That's great
blame
to
him.
see.
It was
That's
a
great to hear.
great shot.
It's a momentous shot. It meant a lot. It was literally like a year's long worth of practice, and everything. They won the game already, but that was like the nail in the coffin. It was just like
it wasn't a
boom.
game-winning shot, but it was a game-sealing shot. There was no coming back after that, and he it was timed perfectly because he shot it and the buzzer went off 2 seconds after they scored.
Yeah.
And like you said, 8.5 well shot.
I would say it was a game-sealing shot because the game was over. It was just an exclamation point on an incredible tournament. And again, we're watching both Chicago teams in the championship. Somebody's going to go home, without winning, and that sucks. And we're coaching, or I was coaching, the team that lost, and helped with Scotty. And Bill, was coaching his son. You guys, was Dad coaching you guys too, or was it just Bill?
It was Brett was the main coach. Oh, sorry. You know what?
Yeah, Brett was our coach. Dan helped a little bit though, because he was around when we watched videos, and he did some discords with us. And Bill would jump on with Justin. So I would say, and George was our sub coach when at tournament when they couldn't be there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it was just again an exclamation point, and when oh man, my guys lost. I mean, but these are my guys too, and then there's holy crap, this, just a moment. It's just you put an exclamation point on it, and even I've watched your guys' reactions in the cart, and I'm sure you guys probably felt the same thing. The game's over, you're like, oh my god, I can finally relax a little bit, and then again, you're waiting to that lull for getting off the court, the clock go to 0, please, and then this kid hits a shot from nowhere that probably nobody expects. Game's over, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
But holy crap.
Yeah.
Just
I got a bone. I got a bone to pick with the two of them. When I was going through YouTube video clips to make their intro, I was trying to get clips just from the tournament. And since they won all their games in the tournament, there wasn't many videos for me to pull, so I had to go to seeding games.
Yeah.
They only played 3 tournament games, right?
That's impressive.
Yeah.
rough life.
I know.
Must have been hard,
Yeah.
Sarah, I asked you the same question, and do you want to elaborate a little bit on what you thought?
Well, I guess just to add one more thing, we kind of expect that out of the higher level players. When A players do that, it's cool, but they do it all the time. To see someone from D to do that, I can't even hit 2 weld shots most of the time, So, yeah, I think that's one of the things that makes it so amazing.
All right, cool.
Nice.
All right, and the last question I had that I asked, to Sarah specifically, was When you found out you were going to play Chicago in the championship, did you know your team would win? And you said, I'm pretty sure. You said true. You said you knew.
No, I didn't know actually.
Oh.
I hoped, and we had beaten them enough times in practice to feel like it was possible. But
What was
Yeah.
the spread in practice like? Was it 50-50, or were they beating you guys more?
I'm not sure.
It's tough because you guys never had a whole
Yeah, we didn't always have our whole teams, but we were pretty neck and neck. I mean, people were saying like either one of our teams was probably, gonna take it, and
Yeah.
it was just so
Yeah.
cool to end up with them at the end of the tournament.
Yeah.
So.
Well,
Very cool.
I know you didn't ask me the question, but
I want to hear. I want to hear the answer though.
I
You just go ahead and
felt
tell us
very-
what you think, Alex. Come on.
I felt very confident that we could beat them.
There's no handicap signs around here to tell you otherwise.
Alex, you sound like you've given this a lot of thought. What's
Yeah,
the rationale
yeah.
behind thinking that you could beat him into the ground and smash balls? The ball smasher.
Yeah, so I think I actually was hoping to play them in the end because we knew them so much better than any of the other teams. And we had learned some, about the other teams through seeding and whatnot, but it was still, there's a lot of unknown out there. And so I really, really wanted to play them because we knew how to beat them and
That
we
makes
knew it was
sense.
possible.
I get it. That makes a lot of
What
sense.
was the strategy?
Win?
We had strategy. Well, I don't want to share too much. No. I think really the strategy was just how we played our game. And I think it was really just about really just sticking to the basics and playing the game that we play and not trying to deviate from it because they would change up a lot of things. And I get that works. But for us being in D, like we just wanted to keep our game what it was and play what we've been practicing. And I think that was some of it. But again, we knew those players. We knew who would shoot, who to defend. So I think it was easier for us going against them, knowing what we were dealing with. So I felt like it was very, very possible for us
Very cool.
to win. So
The familiar team is always easier to beat than the unknown team.
yeah.
I agree with that. That's a very well said statement. Good job.
We got a question on Twitch from Josh. Is there anything I'm assuming it's for the two of you. Is there anything specific you guys are working on to prepare for C, or anything you're looking forward to?
Yeah, I have
Yeah.
an answer for that. I was saying
Yeah, go
this
first,
week
yeah.
that we were kind of like we were rotating a little bit, but once the play started, we were kind of locked into our positions, and I want to really work on being more dynamic and like rotating the 3 and the 4, and being able to switch positions when needed during a play.
I feel like you have a good understanding of that already, but sometimes
Going back to the 3 and the 4, because a lot of centers run numbers a little differently. Real quick, the 4 for us is the 3 and the 4 are kind of like the last two people that are rotating up the next on the offensive side. So there's 3 people up on the offensive side. We look at the last 2 people as the 3 and the 4. 4 can't come up until the 3 lets them come up if you're going to rotate your offense. So that's what Sarah's elaborating at. and
yeah. So we
talking
call
about.
the cherry picker as a person who's down on offense pretty much the whole time. 2, 3, and 4 rotate, and then the 5 is your goalie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I played a lot of 4 and would just kind of stay there waiting for the wall to happen.
Yeah, you're setting the wall. As the 4, in my
Right,
opinion, that's
right.
what you're doing.
But like we didn't really get that dynamic level of play where we're rotating the offense with it, and
Yep.
that's my next thing I want to learn to see.
Yeah, and I think you again. What I was saying is that you have the understanding of it already, but sometimes you have to have the right people on your team,
Yes.
right? That will they understand when to rotate out so that you can rotate in and so on and so forth, and it's just a nice little team vibe, good cycle.
Meow, Chiquan. Meow.
Yeah.
Meow. Hey, Chi. All right, are we done with fact or fiction?
That is the end of Fact or Fiction. Thank you
Okay.
for the
We
awesome
didn't hear
answers.
what Alex is working on.
Oh yeah.
What
Well, that's
what
not
did
fact
Alex
or
do?
fiction. That's a fan question.
True. Fair.
That's a fan
the
question.
fan
Oh, we got
question.
to.
Yes. What do
You have to answer.
Sorry.
There's also Travis Embry asked, "How long have you all been playing whirly ball?" Travis Embry, talking specifically to you, Alex and Sarah.
Okay. So am I answering? Okay. So I'm going to start first with just the first question, what I'm working on. I know I'm being like overly I guess confident against how we played, by the way, against the Headhunters. And that's partially because I like to talk trash to that team. So I will.
That's a side I
But
like
I
to
know
hear.
Yes, but I know I have a lot to work on, and going into C is actually pretty overwhelming because there's going to be just a large variety of skill levels at C, and people have been playing for a lot longer than me, and so I'm nervous going to C, but I'm still excited for some different competition and seeing what I can, how I can develop this year. And so I think me and Sarah have some similar kind of thoughts on what we want to work because we've been, a lot of defense. But yeah, I want to just be able to play more of positions and be able to rotate more just in general and get experiences at all positions. So that's what I'm going to be focusing on throughout the year as well as my shot. So be a sharpshooter.
Cool. I gotta cut you off for now. My favorite person just said a favorite comment of mine. Not really a favorite person. He's a favorite person, not a favorite comment. Kyle Phillips, he said, keep talking trash. And what I relate that to is what he told me when I was playing D, and he put his hand up like this, and he said, keep sticking it in them. Like, this is literally what he said to me. And I'm like,
oh, you gotta give him that huck too and spit on that thing.
Yeah, and it wasn't like he said it's so casual, like it wasn't that emphasized, but he was like, yeah, keep sticking it in him, like, oh, okay, like, score more,
it was,
got it.
Yeah.
Also, Ross just said, Alex, or I hate you, Alex.
Oh, God. Oh, goodness.
Yeah, I think he said that a couple times in chat. Sorry, we missed Ross.
Yeah.
And then the last question was from Travis Embry. How long have you all been playing whirly ball?
Yeah, I was just asking some folks about that because I couldn't remember. I think 2022 is what we decided in the S3, the Social League Chicago. So that's how I got started. Getting invited to that. And again, the love of competition is nothing like what we do when we prepare for nationals, but it was still a good introduction. And then I really started playing less than a year ago with the nationals team practices starting in about October, I think, of last year is when I started to really start to practice in that plus league. So I was putting in a lot of work this past year, but so yeah, I guess 2022 officially though.
Very cool.
Nice. That's crazy. I mean, Trey, when we started, we had been playing
3 months before
a
nationals.
couple months, right?
3 months before nationals. Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
There's only 3 teams in our D division tournament, so.
Yeah, it wasn't really.
Wow.
Like looking back, it would have been great to have so many more teams, but hey, at the end of the day,
Texas 2016.
Long time.
That was actually a pretty there's a lot of really good stories that year from all the other divisions. I think C division lasted until like 4 o'clock in the morning. That was a ridiculous one.
Yeah.
And there was a couple like really like late shots that got people into like championship. It was a really good year for some really awesome stories for Whirly
Unlimited was phenomenal that year.
Yeah, that was the last year at Darby, from what I remember, right?
Yeah, I think so. So. My idol.
Guy worked the cart, ridiculous, insane. I remember my first time watching him, and I said some things to him, and he's just like, "Who the fuck are you?" I'm like,
yeah, that was like
he didn't say that, but he was like, it was like. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Cool. All right. I'm gonna go over here now.
You read in between the lines, is what you're saying.
Exactly.
Yes. You got this, just totally raw D player. No idea.
Yeah.
The first nationals, nobody knows who he is. By the way, Kyle said that was the most embarrassing advice that he's ever given. I'm assuming.
but hey, Kyle, you also called a timeout in the championship game in our D division. When we were up like 40-2 at some point, and you're like, I remember Michigan getting so pissed off at us, because we called a timeout, so you could say, "All right, guys, you won. It's over. It's done."
let PK come up and shoot.
Let PK and whoever was on defense can come up on offense. And then you and Matt, you can't go back on. You can't go up on offense. You got to stay on defense.
Yeah, they were so mad.
For sure. Yeah, I remember watching. I actually watched that recently. I'm like, my goodness, that was so shady.
You made us stay up late and watch.
Yeah, that was great.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you enjoyed it though, right? We were drinking.
Thunder Jar.
Yeah, Thunder Jar. Oh my goodness.
Is that the first time you saw it? Us like put our scoops
I think
out.
I think it's the first time I've seen it too. Yeah. I've heard the stories. I've never seen it.
Yeah, we were. That was an interesting year. Super fun though. Shout out to Kyle for coaching us. To the banner.
Kyle definitely coached us and taught us a lot. And thank you, Kyle, for taking us under your wing. Which he's also taken the Michigan guys under his wing as well. Which
Michigan?
yeah,
Minnesota.
Minnesota. I'm sorry. Misspoke there.
That's been a pretty collective effort, though. Like Steve Vogt has done a lot. I've done a lot. I've coached them twice, and then I think Kyle did it last year.
Yeah.
But that's the thing I love. I love that about pretty much everybody. Like somebody will step up and help you out, whether you've been here for a couple of nationals or you've never played a game at nationals in your life.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody will help you. So if you're having any fears or you have some interest about joining Whirlyball and coming out to nationals and playing, you're going to be taken care of.
Yeah.
And if nobody steps up, I promise I'll be the guy who steps up. That's a personal guarantee. Anyways, let's move on. So we did Fact or Fiction.
Sarah has to answer how long she's been playing.
Oh, I'm in. If you want to hear
got-
that.
I thought we already heard that.
Oh my goodness! How
I'm
long
kidding,
has she
I'm
been
kidding.
playing?
Okay.
I can't believe it.
Well, do we count all of Dan's birthday parties?
No, we don't count when he asked you to marry him. You
I mean,
know,
you could say
and
like when you found Whirlyball, like
yeah.
when you first got on the court versus.
2023, there was an opening in the Chicago League.
Okay.
And so they asked me if I wanted to play, and I deliberated for a little while because I wasn't sure if I was ready to play with that level of competitiveness. Lo and behold, now I have to play down there.
oh my goodness, I think you absolutely love playing that competitiveness now.
No, so I joined like the Nats practices around the same time. So it was like winter, January, February, something like that, 2023.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Sweet deal. All right, Fact or Fiction. First time doing it.
Bingo,
Let us
bango,
know what
bongo.
you think.
Yeah. You liked it?
Yeah.
We're
We'll keep it going.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, we're gonna jump to my personal favorite segment.
2 welds and up.
Oh
Thank you,
yeah.
Sully. Thank you. Started out as a friendly insult. Partially true. We do like our layups. We work hard for them. But it birthed this segment. So basically, guys, if you don't know how it works, I'm going to give you 5 names, okay? Again, one name at a time. You guys are going to do this together, okay? No separate, all right? You both got to answer within 5 seconds when I give you the name, and your choice is, would you rather block them, dunk on them, or do a little race shot around them, okay?
Thought it was
haven't
block
seen
or
it.
dunk.
No. It's called 2 welds and in. Or 2 welds and up, sorry. So those are your choices. Block, dunk, race around. It'll be funny to hear these answers because I don't think I've ever seen any of you guys race or shoot over the top of somebody, really.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
just assume that we could do all of these things and that we will do them someday. Okay? So, Sarah, Alex, welcome to 2 welds and up. Your first
2
name
welds and up.
is Caleb Fisher from Michigan.
Oh.
I want to block his face.
Block.
Block.
Yeah.
Okay, double
We're
block.
definitely blocking him.
I like it. Okay. Nick from Chicago. I don't know how you pronounce his last name. Nadaff?
Yeah.
Oh.
Nicky Nads.
Nicky Nads. Yeah, let's call him Nicky Nads.
Maybe I'll race.
2. Ooh, 1.
Race.
Sarah.
Ooh.
He's got such a good shot, but I
3,
I want
2.
to block someone.
Oh,
Block someone.
She's gonna block everybody.
All
so you
right.
got a race and a block.
Okay. A teammate of yours, Justin
Uh-oh.
Zarinskis.
Oh.
I want to
3.
race Justin.
2,
Yeah, I'll race him.
1. Oh, baby.
Okay, now after you make the shot, are you giving him the guns?
Absolutely.
I love it.
Yeah.
Okay. Rebecca Morse.
Yeah, blocking.
Oh, yeah.
Block.
Are you giving her the guns too?
Yeah, guns all the way.
Yeah.
Oh, she's so nice. I don't know if I can give her the guns.
You know.
You're like, yeah, I made it. Sorry. Good job. All right. the last person. Ross Edelman.
Race. I'm racing Ross.
Racing Ross. All right, Alex.
He pulls that
I
move
got a
so
feeling
much on
I know
everyone else.
what answer Alex is going to give.
So block is probably obvious. I actually wouldn't mind dunking on him. Why not?
Oh, baby. Oh.
I already could block him. Come on.
Oh my goodness. I can already block him. That is shots are fired. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen.
Another one.
I can't wait to see Ross's reaction to this. It's going to be on the chat here in a
hope
second.
He is still in the chat.
Oh
He
my
didn't know
goodness.
he's gonna get picked on so much today, but
His last comment was, "I hate you, Alex," and then he gets told
Ross gonna
that
be
I
in
can already
witness
block you.
protection after this stream. Oh my god.
Emotional damage.
He's dead inside. I already
All
know
right.
it.
All right, so we're gonna go back over the names. Caleb
All right.
Fisher. Alex, you said block.
yes, for sure. Yeah, he's a good shooter. Block him.
Okay, why?
Oh,
Is there anything
'cause
more
he's
than
a-
that behind it?
Oh no, I don't think so.
Just want to
Just
block.
because
just
he's a
a-
good shooter, and you
He's
want
a
to
good
block him.
shooter, and he was annoying with all of his shooting, so I want to block
You
him.
wanted to stick it in, take that. Yeah.
Yeah,
She wants to smash
So-
the balls.
Get that shit out of here.
Little PK.
yeah.
Shout out.
PK style, right?
All
If
right,
PK's
Sarah.
watching, shout out.
Sarah, Caleb Fisher.
You said block his
yeah,
face.
I said block his face. Yeah, it's just, you know.
It's trending.
He was pretty intense for a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know, I feel like he got less intense if I'm remembering correctly, but he was kind of the person that fired everyone up. Like, let's get him.
And just so we don't just pick like random names from the D division. Okay, these are carefully selected names. All right. All right.
There's a supercomputer involved. There's an algorithm.
Algorithm for sure. 100%.
Seems to check out.
Nikki Nads. You said race, Alex.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I don't have any desire to necessarily block him. I like Nick a lot too, so it's like, oh, I don't really care to block him. And then I wasn't thinking about dunking on him either. That one just made the most sense for me on that one. Sorry, I don't have anything exciting. I like Nick, so.
I'm just trying to understand the rationale because everybody goes, "Oh,
Yeah.
he's a really good shooter," and then like
He is
Caleb's
a good shooter, yeah.
and we want to block him. But with Nick, we want to race. I feel like there's more of a story there. I got like journalist like curiosity right now. Tell me more.
Yeah, Sarah, do you have any thoughts? You said race too, or?
She's passing the buck right now, Sarah.
I think I said
I am,
block,
yeah.
Just,
Oh, you said block. Dang
I
it.
just
Okay.
want to block someone, but I get
Oh,
what
yeah.
you're saying. Like, racing friends is fun and joyful, and Nick is just like a cool guy to play with.
Yeah.
I don't
No,
know.
for sure.
All right, we're moving on to Rebecca from Seattle.
Yeah, so we said block for that one, or I said block, I believe. Again, she was hot on the court shooting when we played against her. Definitely, lots of respect, but I would, want to block her, block her in her great shooting for sure.
We were more amazed by her than anything.
Yeah,
We would have a
yeah.
perfect wall, and she'd shoot from way over there. Like,
Mhm.
okay, I gotta give it to you.
Yep,
Right?
yep,
What are we gonna
absolutely.
do?
She looked great. She looked great.
Yeah, she was phenomenal. All right,
She's there's a reason I pointed
we're
her out
getting
in
into
last
the
episode.
meat and the potatoes. Justin,
I said race.
you said
Yeah.
race.
I said
Yeah.
race too, I think, right?
Yeah.
Both of you did.
Did I?
Both of you
You
did.
just copied Alex.
Are we changing comments here? Are we changing comments? We can do that.
Yeah, you could change it.
No.
I'm sticking with race.
Yeah, I'm sticking to.
Okay.
I think it's
Take,
kinda similar
take
to
that, take that, Mr. 14-year-old.
Yeah, Mr. 8.5 welder at the end of the game. I would totally want to be dunking on Justin. I'm surprised you guys didn't pick that.
No, I think because he's a good driver, so it's fun to like outdrive a good driver and be like,
Ooh, I love that take.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Okay.
I like
Alright.
it.
And then the last one, the piece de resistance, Eugene Ross Edelman. If you didn't know, his
Man,
name is Eugene.
we did not. I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know till right now either, but now I'm gonna.
You knew that. You just forgot.
No, I had no idea. I had no idea.
That reminds me of
Whirly Ball World. Did you know that Ross Edelman's name is Eugene Ross Edelman? Thank you, Matthew Boyke, for letting the entire Whirly Ball Nation know that his name is Eugene.
No problem, Sean Parazader and Dan Doherty. Okay, back to all right.
Ross, yeah. I said dunk for that one.
That
so
was a statement, by
Tell
the
him.
way.
Tell him.
Statement.
Tell him why.
Oh man.
Like you gonna hang.
I mean,
You already told him you can. You
When
already
you
told
get
him that you
dunked on
can
like
stuff
that,
him.
you really ought to consider retirement.
Dang.
So yeah, Ross. I mean, I give him a tough time, and I think we banter quite a bit. But he's always annoyed with playing against our defense, and I for sure blocked him. And I think it would be fun to just dunk one in his face and show him what's up.
Show him what's up. That is great. I love that one. Hey, just before we go any further, Alex, are you going to be the next practice?
I am, yes.
I hope Ross will be as well. I can't wait to see this.
He's not. He's
He can't make it? Oh, my goodness.
Oh, he told me he was going to come until
He's
I think
scared.
the podcast.
He's scared.
In Twitch chat, he just said challenge accepted.
Oh, my goodness.
Bring it. Okay.
I will say, I know I've been talking a lot of trash, but I think dunking would be fun because I know I can't dunk on anyone right now. So when I can dunk, my first person I'm going to dunk on is for sure him.
Well, we can help you get you up to speed because we love
That's
to see
good.
it.
I would love to see it.
Sarah?
What did I? Oh, I said race. Just because he pulls that move on us so much. He likes to play the cherry where he gets the ball and shoves it in. So I would do the same thing right back to him.
All right. I like it.
I took that totally the wrong way. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry, but I took that totally the wrong way. It's not appropriate, so I'm just not going to say a word.
Dan, what was that thing you said about the gutter earlier?
Oh, if it wasn't for the gutter, my mind would be homeless.
Yes. I love it. All right, let's good stuff. You guys were good
Great.
sports. You guys did a great job. Good answers, well thought out. We love it. Let's see if we got any juice in the chat, any tea. I think we're all cut up, which is good. All right, sweet. Dan, it's your time to shine, baby.
5 in the key.
Wow.
Yeah, we got great production value over here.
Totally.
And
some glorious infrastructure.
And some glorious infrastructure. So 5 in the key. This is going to be my new segment, which will be kind of like rules-based, kind of, and like game play style themed. So for this week's 5 in the key, the question for you, Alex and Sarah, is when you guys started switching to competitive play and practices, were there any rules that kind of you didn't understand or you guys troubled with, or any kind of game strategy that it took you a while, like, or concepts that took you a while to get like familiar with or to understand? We'll go with Alex first.
I still don't know the rules. No.
It's okay. A lot of people don't know people think they know how the rules are written.
Yeah.
You don't know what the rules are until you get called for something, and then you figure out, you're like, you know what, all right, there we go.
I got to be honest. I really try to avoid reffing at nationals. One, because I don't like doing the board, but because rules-wise, I'm not Dan Doherty. We'll put it that way.
I got stuck reffing A games for like 3 hours straight. It was to the point where like I was about to pass out. Like I didn't leave the ref booth for that long.
Well, thank you for reffing those.
When Dan came downstairs, he was like all red and sweaty. He was like, "Whoa."
Hey, you know what's funny is like he will call me at 5.1 seconds in the key or like 4.9. Like he is just so Johnny on the spot, and he has no qualms doing it to me. But when it's A players, he's a little light.
Oh no, I called stuff.
I don't know. That was like 5.3, so I can't call that one.
I called Chili for an extension. I think I got Zach Montgomery for an extension.
Nice.
They'll probably say that they weren't extending at the time,
course.
but I don't care. With A players, I feel like you just call it once to appease both sides, and that should really be the end of it.
That's the learning curve right there. Call it on both sides, and you're good.
Yeah.
I love it.
That's the key. If you call a penalty on one person, you gotta make sure that you call legitimate. Like, don't just make up a penalty, but keep your eyes open to make sure. That way they can't, bitch that. Oh, you're only calling penalties on them, man.
That was a total South Park.
I agree.
Okay, go ahead, Alex.
I know. I kind of forget the question exactly, but
I can read. I can read. Well, it doesn't have to be a rule. It could be a concept or a strategy in competitive play that kind of took you a second to get familiar with, or you struggled to understand, like high walls, low walls.
Sure. I feel like I could probably list everything I've ever learned since I've started nationals practice. I feel like there was always something new that we were working on and trying to fully understand. Sorry. I don't know if it's a concept, but I will say something that I struggled with was just being vocal and communication on the court. I guess I'm going to start with that. I got a lot of feedback from a lot of different people, but good feedback for sure. So from obviously like Brett, George too, just telling me how important it was to communicate on the court and be able to direct folk, like especially on defense in 5, directing where everyone should be. And I think when I was lacking a lot of confidence on really where everyone should be at that point, and so that made me not want to vocalize where everyone should be. And so that was actually really challenging for me to kind of find my voice and feel that confidence to, direct folks. And I'm not a loud person either. So I think that has been a struggle as well. But I think I got better, and I think hopefully a little bit better by nationals, and something I'll continue to work on. But I would say that was one of the things I struggled with.
Yeah.
I think it's easier too once we had our team, because those were people we became comfortable directing. And I'm noticing like now, even after all that like comfort with directing and like getting mixed practices now, I'm not telling people what to do anymore.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I mean, a lot of it has to do with comfortability and understanding what your teammates are going to do. And if you have a leader on your team that's the one that's calling it out, it's good. But if you have a team that can all call it out and everybody's calling out everything, then you're all going to be on the same page. And it's great. It's better to be consistently talking, in my opinion. I don't know.
No.
Yeah, and I think that was some of our strategies. Oh, go ahead. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
I was saying that was one thing with me when I started like getting up into like the C division and stuff, and people were like yelling at me on the court. I'm like, I know where I'm going. And it took me a while to realize, oh, they're not yelling at me, they're yelling to me.
So you can hear it, right?
Yeah, I'm not. They're just communicating. Because that was the other thing. It took me a while for like when I play with you guys. Like if I'm the 5 and I see who's coming down and I'm calling out who should be wedge, for a while there I was like, I'm scared. I'm like, I don't want to tell them what to do. They're gonna get mad at me. But you're just calling out how you see the court, so that stops you from having to turn your head and figure out, well, which way do I need to go? Am I outside wall?
100%. Make that those 1 seconds or half second delays that you don't have to turn your head and figure it out mean a lot. So yeah, I agree. That's a great statement, Dan. And Alex kind of nailed it on the head as well.
Josh, the Cleveland guys yell at you, not to you.
Two welds and up.
I don't even know if there's a difference between that. It's trying to hard to figure that out. All right, we're gonna. We talked last episode.
Sarah has an answer to her question.
Okay.
Thanks for forgetting about me again.
Oh my goodness.
I I think for me the key. Well, I played Cherry last year, so I started to become so afraid of the key clock that I wouldn't go in the key. And now when it's my shot and I'm supposed to go in to get a layup, I'm afraid too. So that's really impacted me a lot.
In going back to like where we're at in like levels of play, a lot of times the upper levels we'll just sit in the key and we'll hold it because we know we have the position and we know we're done, and we know our teammates are going to be looking immediately at us to get that ball down to us, because they know that they have a minuscule amount of time to get that ball to us, and they have to get it to us perfectly, and there's going to be a layup happening. So I want to have a layup happening. What are we looking at over here?
Puppers.
The cat fuckers. We're looking at fuckers.
Puppers.
Oh my goodness! I heard fuckers. Sorry for my foul language. I thought Alex said it first. But getting in the key. A lot of newer players are jump happy when they get in the key, because like 5 seconds is like to them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like it's so fast, it's so elongated. But you literally have 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4. It's so long. Matty. It's so long, and
sometimes you get more than that.
To be honest, a lot of times you have more than that, because the ref doesn't always count. They're like 1,000. Oh, they're in the key. Let me start the clock now. Okay, 1. So you got like 7 or 8 seconds, and it is what it is. But I understand the anxiety that comes with being in the key, and getting into the higher levels, you kind of get away from that a little bit.
Yeah, and plus, like certain refs will, like if they know somebody has a propensity to be in the key all the time, like me. Like Dan, when he watches me play, or when he watches games that I'm in, I surmise that he is 100% focused on me. As soon as the possession clock turns over, it is boom. Or he's already in the key.
Yeah.
Like he's like starting to hit the thing as he's hitting the possession clock.
Guaranteed. I mean, yeah, no, that's
I'm
exactly right. No, you're absolutely right. I know you like to sit in the key. So I'm very, tuned to it, or aware to that you're going to be in the key as soon as that possession turns over. I'm watching you. I'm watching the possession clock, and as soon as that 5 second happens, guess what? That's 5 in the key, son. Same thing. Like that's like when I was watching Chili play. You bet my eyes were glued to Chili's ass the whole game.
Yeah.
Why are we looking at his butt?
One.
He's got a reputation.
Yeah.
He just likes his ass.
I would imagine, because I'm sure it's all the volleyball years that like has gotten him like the squats or whatever. He's just been pressing
great
that thing.
Glutes. Dude, great glutes.
Getting him going.
You go to a restaurant, they ask you got kids, they ask if you want the booster, right? He's got an invisible booster in his seat. 100%.
Can I get one of those?
You can.
Lift your ass up off the seat.
Yeah, just turn your back to the ref, and you're golden.
You're
golden.
You'll get away with murder.
That was what was so great about our center. It was if you were in the right spot, you could extend and probably not be caught.
Oh yeah, for sure.
There's the way around the rules, right?
If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
That's the Kyle Phillips mantra right there. All right, so we talked about mental health on the last show. Obviously, on the Podfathers, the OG podcast, they were talking about it too. Jeff Jackson brought it up. It's something that, I think we all on some level go through a little bit with stress, anxiety throughout daily life, throughout whirlyball, etc. I want to give you guys the floor and kind of talk about if anything like that has affected you in the past or like during your whirlyball time. And then after that, Alex wants to kind of share a little bit about what it's like to be a woman of whirlyball. And Sarah, I'm sure you're going to have something to say.
And I still have some questions I got for everybody too as well.
Okay. So, let's start out with the mental health thing.
America.
Yeah, so I've already kind of shared, but I guess to kind of reiterate, I think even just during the Nationals, like the anxiety that, we heard about previously, I for sure was feeling that throughout the entire time, especially in between the games. And so it was. I mean, it's tough. Even watching other people's games, I was getting anxiety because I wanted, teams for Chicago. So I definitely felt a lot of that as well during nationals. So yeah, it was hard. It was yeah hard to kind of feel that way. But I felt like when I got on the court, a lot of that went away, which was nice. But again, yeah, you have to surround yourself with a good support system, which I think our team, we had gelled both on the court and off the court. So I think we were able to support each other and just kind of be able to talk to each other. And I did need time to myself too, just to decompress. So I went back to the hotel a couple times as needed. So that helped me as well.
Good. Sometimes it's hard to talk about these things. I'll be honest. And I feel like you just straight up just told us your anxiety and your fears and straight out there, and that's good to hear. To be honest, we all have a lot of anxiety in any general direction, and that's just awesome to hear it from another person. Thank you, Sarah.
I definitely had some this time, but I felt it more in Cleveland with it being my first one. I remember I was going pee every 5 minutes and was like, oh my God, I have to go again. What the heck?
Someone also made her cry.
Someone also made me cry. Yeah.
Who?
Was it
really
you, Dan?
Related, don't worry.
It was me.
Oh my goodness.
That was if you want to jump into that, the only position I knew was Cherry because that was all I played in all of our practices. No one ever taught me about walls or I didn't know anything but Cherry and picking and setting screens, and that was what I was there to do. But our team was really doing poorly, and it was starting to affect the morale of everybody. And someone from our team was like, well, I'm a better Cherry. So Dan was like, fine, you play Cherry. I was like, what do I do now?
Just put the ball in the hole.
No pressure.
So I had a bit of a anxious breakdown, and I couldn't stop crying. And I was like, they think I'm terrible, and I don't know how to play anything else. So it was pretty scary. So
that sounds pretty bad, to be honest, in my opinion.
It was pretty bad, but on the bright side, there were people from other centers who really stepped up and helped me out of that hole. Namely, I always forget if it's Troy or Trey. I'm sorry, from Atlanta.
Well, I'm Trey. I'm just saying, Trey Royals or
yes.
Yeah.
Well, fuck that guy because his name's not. I'm
He
just
helped
right.
a lot. Kyle helped a lot. Beckett helped a lot. They were, they were kind of around. And we had Atlanta people on our team, so they were physically around anyway.
And it wasn't someone saying that they were a better Cherry than Sarah. It was just someone that wanted to change up their style of play because what they were doing wasn't working. And just when Sarah was told, and well, no one yelled at Sarah or anything.
Yeah, no, I mean it was
at first
extremely anxious.
Yeah. When you said that, literally, I was upset. I'm like, who the heck said that to me?
No, and it wasn't directed
that made me
at
upset
me.
a little bit.
It was just people getting off the court and being like, maybe I should play Cherry,
Okay.
Whatever.
Okay. That's all right.
Yeah, and with that aside, I was just very anxious in general because it was my first nationals, and I knew I wasn't really at the level of everyone else, and I just didn't want to be the worst person on the team that everyone hated playing with. And I couldn't eat, I wasn't sleeping very well. This time it was a lot better because I knew we had practice and we were prepared.
You practice a bunch, spend a bunch of time. Spend a bunch of time.
Going on. And we were also in my hometown, right? So if I needed to go home,
a lot
let out
easier.
the dogs or hang out
2 minutes from your house.
I could. Yeah. So that helped a lot.
Yeah.
Something else I know I experienced, and I feel like Sarah, we talked about this a little bit. I actually be curious if you guys experienced this as well. But actually, when nationals was over, there was a void in my life, and there was a sadness after it was all done, leaving the community of everyone that we had spent so much time with, and then also having that goal we were working so hard for to be accomplished, but then it was over. And so I don't know. I actually felt kind of sad afterwards. I was it was just kind of a weird feeling. I didn't expect to feel that winning. I was definitely excited and proud, but I also was like, oh wow, what's next?
What's next?
What am I doing with my time?
All right.
So that was kind of a weird feeling. I don't know if you guys had anything like that.
Oh, I definitely do.
Is it possible to say, Alex, that you walked into that handicap sign so you could feel something?
Yes.
Reach, but I love it.
Oof.
The whirlyball lol is real.
I think we might actually have audio of the moment Alex walked into the sign.
Let's hear it. No.
Nice.
No.
Oh boy.
No.
No, yeah. That's,
Fail.
Moving on.
Fail on that one, Dan Doherty.
Moving on.
That's
No,
definitely something we talked
All right.
about.
I have some questions for both of you girls, all right? And I'm sure we all do, but I'm gonna start with mine first, because why not start with mine?
Oh, whoever said that.
You know, who wants to go first, Alex or Sarah?
Take it away, Alex.
Okay.
I was going to
All
say
right.
Sarah, but I got
Well,
you.
I'm going to make it easy because my questions go for both. It's a question for both. And it was already touched on earlier today. It's a pretty easy one. After being involved in leagues and national practices or the national tournament for a year or more, do you prefer playing more casual games or more competitive games?
I would say competitive games.
Okay.
For sure. I think if competitive games, if you're playing with a team that you practice with, I suppose. So
Yeah.
I would think of,
Equal
like, a
level
tournament.
or like just competitive in general? Just like
Um,
everybody is like, say like it's like a DCBA game versus a DDDDDD game, but it's still competitive. What do you prefer more in there?
I would say actually a similar level.
Okay.
Would be. I
But
think it's just fun to
competitive.
have competitive for sure. Yeah. I think that would be the most fun. Obviously, playing up is fun too, but we're gonna get our asses kicked probably. So, but I think it's fun to have some of equal.
But not playing against, you're playing with.
Oh, with them. Sorry.
Yeah.
You know, there's pros and cons. I would say probably equal level though. I think I maybe would have answered it
Okay.
differently at some point in time.
I got another question for I think
Yeah.
where you're going with that, to be honest. So I'm
Okay.
going to pause you on that one. I'm going to go to Sarah's answer on this one.
I went to the invite last year where it was
Okay.
mixed, and it was that feeling like I felt like I was dragging the team down. So I don't really enjoy that as much as when we're all at the same level. But in practice, I like it because it makes us get better more quickly. So I think there's room for both. But if I'm just looking for fun, I think similar levels is better.
Okay, that makes sense. All right, and going back to where I cut you off, Alex, my next question was, do you feel like you guys learn more playing with higher level players on the court with you or from video review sessions afterwards?
Video.
Oh.
And we do
I would
quite
say
a
probably-
video review sessions. Yes. Don't be laughing at me.
I knew what you were trying to say. It was just
You're not so nice to me. He's so mean, Alex. Sarah,
I
tell him-
know.
tell
I
him
don't
to
know how
stop
you
making
deal
fun
with
of me.
that.
My goodness.
That was priceless.
I didn't even get through a sentence. He's like, Trey messed up.
Trey up best.
All right, sorry. Go ahead, please
so
answer the question.
I think I take more away from video review for sure. I
Yeah.
think when I'm playing with upper level players or a mixed kind of group, I mean, sometimes the game's too fast for me to do what I want to do or practice what I want to practice. So I think I take more away from the video.
Okay. Sarah?
Same. I think, well, maybe both, but I learn first on video and figure out what I need to see, and then I start trying to see it on the court. But I need the video first to put it all together.
Okay.
Have a great night, Anna.
Night.
Good night, Anna.
Nighty night.
Night. Good answers. Honestly, that's kind of where I was expecting you girls to go with that one in general. One of my favorite questions, and I hope you give an awesome answer. I'm going to go with Alex first, and then, Sarah first, and then Alex, because I've been going the opposite way around. What was your favorite on and off court memory from this year's Nationals?
I was asked that at a couple of our gatherings, and when we found out we were playing Headhunters for our championship game was one of the best moments because we were all just so excited to play each other. That was kind of, I mean, that's what we were all hoping for was a Chicago ending. And
Oh, yeah.
like
For
we can
sure.
finish off just playing with our friends, and it's comfortable and fun, and Yeah, I think everyone just felt really energized.
Did winning feel a little bittersweet?
Well,
No, honestly, I'm just
Matt,
curious,
I
like,
got
at
questions.
point-
I got questions.
I know. I just a follow-up question. I'm curious.
with Dan's team not winning, I haven't been able to fully enjoy it. I feel like because at the same
That's
time,
not because of me.
I know, no, it's not. But like, I don't want to gloat and I don't want to be overly excited and I don't know. It almost feels like undeserved because Dan didn't do it first.
No, it's very deserved. What are you talking about? It's okay.
Sarah, you're too nice. Celebrate that shit.
It's very nice.
Right in it.
Very nice. You spent so much darn time. Yeah.
He's proud of you.
We're all proud of you. We're all proud of you. You
I
spent
almost
so
started,
much time.
We called a
She's not worried about
timeout.
offending us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we called a timeout in our elimination game towards the end there, and someone had said Sarah's team had won the championship, and I almost started
We came
crying.
out there.
Yeah,
Me
I
and
almost
Matt.
started crying on the court when they said that. I'm getting like in watery-eyed just thinking about it right now.
Yeah.
Superior husband.
To a superior player.
Yeah.
Dude, that was dirty.
I know. I'm not sorry. I said I'm sorry. I'm not sorry.
Emotional damage.
Not be sorry. It was
I'm gonna need a therapy session after this stream.
All right.
We could do
And
that
then
live on the next stream.
and then yeah, we could.
Get it all out.
And then Alex, same question. What was your favorite on and off court memory from this year's Nationals? I don't. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. I'm sorry,
You
Alex.
didn't finish.
I don't
Yeah.
think Sarah gave her favorite off court memory.
Correct.
That was off-court.
That was on the. I mean, we were on the court.
Yeah, you gave her both. You gave her both.
Yeah.
Man.
Well, I would say probably the hotel afterwards. There were. I mean, there were a couple times where we laughed so hard that we couldn't breathe. So there were some good memories from that.
Good.
One of them involving your story that you shared, Trey.
What story are you talking about? I'm lost right now. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Something about a poster and a girl.
Oh, I remember that. We can't talk about that one right here. Gentle. What was I nicknamed there from Dead? I believe it was like a gentle. Something like that. You know.
I don't see how anybody.
Yeah, I'm gonna give up on that one. I'm gonna go defer to the next statement. Alex. So Alex, please tell me, what were we talking about here?
Favorite on-court.
Yes,
IPAs
on
are kicking
and
in.
no, they're not. They're not. I'm just trying to defer from myself. On and off court memory from this year's Nationals, Alex, please.
Yeah, I mean, on court, I mean, for sure the win. Like I mentioned before, we had worked so hard. We wanted it so bad. And so to finally be able to, get that win at the end was amazing. And Headhunters, I mean, I was so happy to have them in the finals for what we talked about earlier, but also I truly did want a Chicago team to win. So I'm glad we had either of us there in the final two. And then off the court, that's funny that Sarah remembers that because I have a very similar memory of it's really honestly it was just spending time with all the Chicago players off the court. We don't always get that time, in between playing or practices to always get to know each other and spend time together. So just continuing to build those relationships and spending time together throughout the entire thing was fun. And I will say the night when we were playing games in the in the hotel lobby, conference room or whatever that was, was a super fun. I learned a lot about some folks on this call.
Very cool. Very cool.
I know
Awesome.
I wasn't there.
I don't remember if I was there or not. So
Yeah.
Dan. I think it was Dan.
Probably you.
Yeah.
No.
No, there's other fun stuff too. Honestly, I mean, I know I mentioned it already. Watching the B games at the very end, like that was so much fun. Like us yelling the bang on glass, which you both had started. Like just seeing everyone on that side of it as well was so much fun. And then me and Sarah and I think it was Jenna were writing on the whiteboards little messages to you all. And you may have not even saw most of them because you were so focused. But
There
it
was a
actually
few.
fun.
There was a few.
It was fun for us.
Bowls one.
Yeah, we had a lot of
Doherty,
different.
or not Doherty, but Dad was like, balls in holes, and like completely lost track of what he was doing on the court. It made
But
me laugh.
not during the B champion. That's your
Not in the
during
championship.
B games, Alex, or B
In the
champions?
championship, I
It was
wasn't
the
looking,
last
I'll be
couple. It
honest.
was like you guys had a last couple like there at the end. So we were
I
doing
may
the
have
entire
glanced.
time.
I may have
Yeah.
glanced and looked at it, but I wasn't going to react in the championship game. So like,
Yeah.
I was like, yep,
We're
yep,
trying to keep
okay.
the energy positive for you guys.
Yeah,
If you're
and
okay
part of
with
it was honestly
like-
for us too. Part of it was for a distraction for us because we were so
Yeah,
like
it's
nervous
fun.
on the other side watching you.
Yeah, what
You
was
were
it-
done. You were
what was
done.
it like
Yeah,
out
yeah.
there? Like
It was hype.
Yeah.
It was.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nobody took any videos of that. Man, that'd be cool to have.
I was. Yeah. Someone probably does for sure have it. It was intense out there. Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't think, like, even watching the videos, you know, because you can't really bang on the glass there.
Mhm.
Like, we're used to going back watching old videos, and you can literally hear the people bang on the glass. And
Yeah.
cheering. So, like, there was
That's a lot of
small-
different.
A small moment, like, right at the end of that last game where the ball, like, they passed it, and they didn't catch it, and it fell down to the ground, and I trapped it and picked it up. And then
Oh, my
everybody at
goodness.
that point had known that pretty much the game was over, and that was the
Mhm.
first time I
At least on the
heard
court.
or could like see like the vibration in the camera.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool.
Mhm.
'Cause I
Yeah.
knew as
Every
soon as I
Chicago
trapped it, it was
player.
over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every Chicago person on the other side of that banged that glass the entire time. It was just so much fun.
Yeah. Awesome. All right, I got two more questions.
All right.
Okay. This one is specifically for Sarah. Sarah, you put in a ton of work on and off the court this year, making your game better, and it showed.
Thanks.
My question is was winning the D banner as exciting and fulfilling as you thought it would be, or did it hit higher and lower emotionally for you when you actually won it?
What? Wait, say that again.
So, yeah. She's been
what she
drinking, ladies and
expected?
So, obviously, you think about things and how they can transpire, and you thought about winning, and you thought, like, there's a chance that I can win this championship, right? As it was happening. What my question is to you is, what you brought it up to be, did you think it was going to hit higher or lower, or did it feel better to you when you actually won than what you imagined it to be?
Okay, I see. So did it like live up to my expectations basically?
Yes.
Was it the same as my expectations?
Yeah.
No, I think I probably
Not
did
how you
better.
played, not whatever,
Yeah,
the
no,
reaction
it
that you had
probably-
from.
Yeah, it probably felt more exciting than I anticipated, just because it's hard to imagine a feeling until you're there in the situation. And yeah, no, I would say it exceeded expectations, but I also left feeling a little bit like empty.
What? Empty? Oh,
I mean,
you looked at Dan and then fucking said empty. Oh my goodness.
What I was gonna say is, if you watch that last clip of her in the intro, it's her running out to like the line of hands, and it's her like running and giggling like a little schoolgirl, going, "I want a banner!"
yeah, no, it was very exciting in the moment. Yeah.
All right, the young gun with the ball there. He's going to hand it off to Sarah Doherty, who looks back at the defense before she takes the shot. That is such a veteran move for such a new player.
I get it. Oh, what are you doing there, Matty guys?
Going to the video.
We're going to the video, see it?
We're going to the tape.
I can't hear it.
Right here.
Oh my god, look at that smile. Look at that smile.
She literally
Hold on.
comes out
You paused
screaming,
it.
"I just want a banner."
And she puts it in the hole.
I saw it. I seen it. I just want a banner. Right there. Right there.
You'll have to go back, Trey, and watch it on the VOD so you can actually hear the audio. That's the one downside is when we watch the clips on here, we can't hear
There
the
it
audio.
is. There it is right there. That picture, that's the picture. It's all good. We can't see it and we can't hear it on this, but I heard it later. That's awesome, Sarah. Thank you for sharing. Going to Alex. Now I want a banner. Going to Alex.
See, like, I wouldn't do that.
You wouldn't do
Hot
that?
take.
You
Wait,
wouldn't shake your head like that?
Real quick hot take. Banners are overrated.
Uh-huh. Wait,
Controversy.
For you, maybe. Not for
All right,
us.
Alex. Alex, I got a question for you. This is my last question of the night. After our last practice this last Sunday, I noticed you were playing up on offense a lot more and using your height and positioning pretty aggressively, and I was loving to see it. Do you attribute your new skills to the handicap sign finally knocking some sense into you?
You know, I can't. Yeah, it's very possible. I don't have any, scientific proof that that's the reason, but
Get a CAT scan.
that's the case for sure.
Okay, good.
Get
Good
a
to hear.
CAT scan.
Good to
We'll
hear.
find out. We'll verify previous scans, and we'll look at the difference.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah.
assume that
We'll
the
see.
offensive
We'll see.
prowess was from the handicap sign.
But
which
you were definitely
really,
up there.
It's because she was so
Appreciate
nice
it.
and she was congratulatory
Yeah.
to us sitting on the buckets. So you're
No.
a good person.
But-
You deserve good things.
I try to do. Yeah.
She's so nice. The girls in Whirly Ball are so nice. I'll be honest.
Everybody.
The girls in Whirly Ball are, most of them are not, but the girls are like especially nice.
Yes.
Alex and Sarah and everybody they're just so nice.
Which is a great segue, Trey, because
Yeah.
the girls are going to talk to us about what it's like to be a woman in Whirly Ball.
Ooh.
Which
Yeah.
I don't
You guys
know
don't know what
that's
that's like.
Don't know what that's like. You know, we are
Yeah.
not. We are not qualified.
No.
I'm sure there's some ick that comes with that too.
You know,
Yeah.
I mean, I truly have had like a very positive experience. I know there's been people that have like maybe warned me about things that might
goodness.
happen during like nationals, and but honestly, everyone has been great. I do think there are challenges being a woman in Whirly Ball. I think we get underestimated. I do think we get undervalued. And I just want to be known for being good at Whirly Ball, for being a person in Whirly Ball, not a girl, like a woman in Whirly Ball. So
Yeah.
I think there's a little bit of that. So I think we have to like prove ourselves a little bit more, which is, part of, I think this past year, that was something I felt like I needed to prove myself too. I know we had initially started to try to do an all women's team, and I think that was like, I wanted us to do really well, and I wanted to be part of that. And I felt like I had to do more because of being a woman. So I think those are some things that kind of like initially stand out to me. I have some, I guess, kind of sillier things too that come up, like the bruising. And I know I've seen bruises on everyone, but I felt like no one could relate to me when I started talking about the bruising that I was getting when I first started playing at Vernon Hills doing Nats practices, because as a woman, I sit differently than a man generally. And I would like talk to people about my bruises, and the guys are like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, we wear our leg guards and our shin guards and our knee pads, like that helps us. And I'm like, no, I'm getting like bruises in my inner thighs from the dang
Tiller.
Whirly Ball, I don't know, whatever that's called.
Tiller.
Steering, yeah, okay. Tiller.
Steering column, whatever.
Thingamajob.
Thingy.
We lost
Oh,
it.
she going. Hold on. You got to reverse like
bye.
10 seconds there, Alex. We lost you for 10 seconds.
No.
The last thing we heard was Tiller.
Okay, yeah. So
Hold on. Sarah said Tiller.
Yep, keep going with that Tiller.
Clip it.
Oh my goodness.
yeah, I mean it's definitely silly, but yeah, that was just some bruising and some stuff that I was dealing with because, as like I said, women we generally sit differently than men do, and
Yeah, for sure.
I've made adjustments as the year has gone on, but I was looking at all sorts of like, how do I find padding for like my inner thighs, and they don't really make that out there because that doesn't impact most people in sports. And
No,
so
you gotta look at it your own. You have to find it yourself.
Reminds me of
Yeah,
that
yeah.
scene
As-
from Little Giants.
Did you find something?
You guys
Did
ever
you find
seen-
no,
something
I
that works?
just ended up adjusting just how I was sitting and stuff like that. But I was looking up everything. I was ready to put something together. I was ready to just
Yeah.
bubble wrap my entire legs. Like, I don't know.
Dan Doherty Scoop goes on the case.
Oh,
Yes,
God.
thank you.
Now you are.
Did you guys ever see the movie Little Giants?
yeah.
Alex, have you ever seen it?
The stick 'em?
Yeah, it's been a long time. Yeah.
Oh, when the kid comes to practice wrapped in all the foam, and he goes, "The pads you gave me weren't enough."
The struggle is real. But Sarah, I mean, any thoughts that you have about your
Very well said though, Alex.
Yeah.
Other than like the bruises in the thighs.
Oh, that's definitely true though. We had conversations about that, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, we have to get used to keeping our legs open more."
Mm-hmm.
That's just kind of.
Do you? Is anybody looking at Dan's face right now? Like, this is why we keep him playing whirly ball, ladies and gentlemen.
I say that jokingly, but like.
So you're saying we're used to having our legs open?
Yeah.
There's man spreading, yeah. Man spreading for sure.
Like a very
man spreading.
Like vulnerable position to sit in, you know, but you have to avoid.
I've seen many of women play whirly ball in skirts, and I was completely dumbfounded why and how they ever did it, and I'm like, what are you? What the?
Never seen
that. You just don't remember.
Really?
Lombard. It happened a lot.
You're gonna have to remind me about this off stream because
I'll show you videos.
Okay.
They're not safe for. They ain't safe for.
That's whirly ball after dark, people.
Oh my goodness! Tune in every Thursday and Friday
for 15 minutes.
Whirly ball after dark.
But to circle back to the more serious stuff, I think one thing that really helped was that there were two of us on the team. So it wasn't like ever anyone ganging up on the one woman on the team. It felt more like a very cohesive team effort where people were willing to listen to us. And I think it probably also helped that we mainly played defense. I think the dynamics possibly could have been different if we were more offensive players, because then there would be egos in the mix and people not wanting to let the women be the shooters. And I mean, I don't know for sure, but I can just imagine that being the case. So I think the way things were laid out for us made it work well.
Yeah, I mean, I think the one thing I really liked about your guys' team, I mean, outside there was a lot of stuff, but you guys really were a team. You guys remind me a lot of us in the B division, where we didn't really care who shot the ball, who scored, who got the stop. Like, it was just every single person pulling for the other person, trusting the other person. And that's, to have 5 people like that on a team is incredibly invaluable. Like, you can't quantify it. But it's obviously the results that you guys had, the results that we had. And you could easily look at, like, the headhunters and go, oh, wow, like, they have a lot better shooters, like, across the board of the team. But it, like,
the team
looked
game
like that in the last game. You know, like, if their shooters went cold, like, you guys just played a much more solid game.
A much better team game. Stopped them out, walled them out, did what you needed to do.
Yeah, didn't turn the ball over, didn't rush.
Yep.
Like, you guys almost never looked like you were rushing shots, which is rare for a D division team.
Yeah.
I feel like you guys did a good job too of not getting like upset at each other on the court and like putting down another person if they made a mistake or something. You know, that like goldfish memory mentality. I mean, there might be, yeah. I mean, which is important to have, because when you start getting mad at your teammates, it's like the movie The Replacements. You know, it's quicksand. You know, one person gets upset, the next person gets upset, and then you're not playing the game. You're just upset. You're driving a bumper car upset.
Sounds dangerous.
America.
No bueno, no fun.
So what advice, like, would you guys have for, any, female looking to enter the game for the first time? Like, whether it's to go and try out playing in leagues or considering coming to nationals, like, what advice would you guys have for them?
Bring a girlfriend with you.
Yeah.
No, I mean, yeah, I think it helps to have other women.
Friends with you, other women, like / friends with you to come play, or
right? Yeah.
Please elaborate on that, because that was a little confusing at the front base of that.
I mean, bring a friend along to join with you who's also a girl, so you have that camaraderie, and you're not the one woman singled out who's like the last.
So you're not feeling nervous. You're not feeling nervous
Yeah.
because you're not the only one in your friends there. It makes sense. Thank you.
Alex, when you
Yeah.
started
And-
playing, did you have
yeah.
like a friend that you started with, or just kind of joined by yourself?
No, so I was invited to play whirly ball at the S3 League in Chicago from Chiquan. And it's interesting, the reason I got selected to play, because it wasn't my athletic ability, which I know was the first thing you thought of, but it was because I was a woman, and we actually needed to have women on the team and on the court at all times. And so you had to make sure that team you put together for the S3 had enough women that if someone was out, that you'd have, someone else that could play. And so I was able to join a team with friends, which was nice and comfortable. And again, there was, several women on the team. Eventually Sarah did join. So the next year, but so yeah, I think that made it for sure more comfortable. And I think that, again, I had both, I had friends, but also other women on the team playing with me initially.
Did you win that first year?
The funny thing is I actually don't remember. Someone putting something in the chat.
Exist before competitive whirly ball.
Yeah.
Well, there's one game we lost, and someone.
We didn't lose that. That was
one game that we lost. Wow. That was a lot. That's good. That's good.
It was. It's
if I'm
funny
being honest, yeah.
because in the S3 league, like Alex, Alex would block everyone in the S3 league.
Nice.
Like it was
she's
ridiculous.
good. Yeah. She's
Yeah.
good.
I mean, it was different level of of players out there, but a fun place to learn. And even though it was quick, you didn't play a ton, it was still fun to get out there for sure.
Very cool. Awesome.
Yeah,
Good
it'll
to
be
hear.
interesting to see how you come back from the Michigan invite. And
Oh,
I'm
my
excited,
goodness,
I'm excited
yeah.
to practice with you guys. I'm gonna probably practice this week, and then I'm probably gonna be off because I got end of September through October are just a gauntlet months for me.
Oh God, you're gonna be there, Matty? George was just asking me if I was gonna record the practice. Maybe I shouldn't.
You better.
When videos.
You better.
I asked too. I asked nicely.
Yeah,
We'll
I'm
all
gonna
be
record
there.
this. I'm gonna record this week.
So it's not just me.
When
I
videos.
missed the Matty messages. Yeah.
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 Somebody's got to step up to the plate. I appreciate
You know,
it. Bureau.
she just sits there and just waits for the one video's message to pop up and then says and then likes it afterwards. Like, oh,
Yes.
that's
More
good.
people
Thank
need
God
to
he
do
said it.
that. I'm happy to post. I'm happy to take a bullet for everyone. But as
Yeah.
long as you
Appreciate
guys, just hit the like button. Which, by the way, if you haven't liked the stream, if you aren't following the stream, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you do it.
America.
All right, I think it's a good one to take us home. I think it's definitely a subject that we need to talk about a little bit more. We need to get more people of more diverse backgrounds into whirly ball. Just it's a fun community, right? Like we all kind of started at different times. Obviously, Trey and I started together, but I hope you guys feel like we're always open to helping you guys, and we're including you guys in everything. I hope you never think that there's any issues like that. We don't think because you girls you can't play.
We need.
I'm excited.
We need to reassure them.
Because you're D
I know.
players that I think you can't play.
No, they're C players.
C players. Yeah, they're C players.
I was gonna say one thing that I
That
know
was my
Sarah
thought
said.
when I was a B player, but now I'm an A player.
I know one thing Sarah's told me, and I think Alex has kind of had the same thought, is they both got the kind of like imposter feeling syndrome. Like they don't feel like they belong in C. You guys will be fine in C.
You'll be fine.
The biggest
You
adjustment.
spend the time like in those videos and what you're doing right now. And man, my question for both of you girls was like, listen, I started off with saying you spent all this time, all this last year, spending time on videos and what you're doing. My goodness, like you're gonna make a fucking killing in C, and it's gonna be nothing but people like, wow, how are they doing this so quickly? It's because you spend time watching videos. You spend the time to get yourself better. Not a lot of people do that. They just think it's going to come naturally. And
True.
you girls are literally making it a point to spend the extra time to get better.
Yeah, and you guys are, I think, from an understanding standpoint, you guys are already ahead of the curve when it comes to that.
Yeah.
And C, in my opinion, you guys can speak on this. I think that's the biggest leap from when you go from the D division to C, because it used to be like a roadblock division where it was the biggest division. So there were so many teams in there, and people dropping down from B to play in C because they were in the bottom two. So there's a lot of talent in there, and I think over the years it's kind of a lot of that talent has moved up right into B and into A. So now the C division, I feel like, is a really solid division that is a natural progression from D. Whereas before it was like, man, like we're coming down into, guys who are just really, really good, like that we have no chance. I don't feel like it feels like that. I mean, Dan, you can speak on C division this year, like 2 really, really good teams.
Yeah.
But still competitive across the board.
Yeah. That's all I heard.
I mean, you talk about if you remove us and the
like
Seattle
aside
team.
from you guys and Slam and Salmon.
Is there some controversial statements about to happen?
No,
right
this
now?
is factual statements.
Oh my god! Go ahead. Tell us, Dan.
A lot more balanced.
Yeah, we only lost 1 game in seeding, and it was to the Slam and Salmon. And then we did have a couple close games, but those the rest of the games I felt like they weren't close. They were by at least 3 to 4 goals.
I mean, this is so competitive. I mean, 8 to 9.
No, I just think I think the Peckerheads and Slam and Salmon were just both very stacked teams in C. Minus us, I think it's going to be a very competitive division. But then again, Nats is going to be in Seattle this year, and you're going to have local players coming all out of the woodwork, probably, I would assume. You're going to have people that don't, it was just like us, like how many teams we had.
Yeah.
You're going to have the people that.
It'll be in every division, too. It'll be in D, C, B, A.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be wild.
It'll be exciting.
It's always tough to win in Seattle.
Yeah.
It'll
be fun.
I think we're going to do it. I think we're going to go out there. We're going to win in Seattle.
Do it, boys. Do it.
Yeah.
That's a hot take.
That's a hot take, right? Just destroy everybody.
Controversy.
Probably not going to happen.
Probably not going to happen.
Probably not going to happen.
Okay.
But,
maybe if we Tanya Harding, Joe Tiffany, Barrett, Brad Peters,
so the whole
who else do we need to hit with a crowbar? The list is going to go on and on. James Gill, I'm going to hit James Gill right in that bad shoulder of his with a crowbar.
I mean,
we can make it happen.
If they dumb down every team and there's a chance. You're saying there's a chance.
How about this? Seattle A teams have to shoot offhand.
Yeah. Yeah. They have to drive offhand and shoot offhand.
Yeah.
I don't want
to make it hard.
I think it's gonna be fun. I mean, I still don't know what we're gonna do yet, but
yeah,
I think if you guys end up playing A this year, I think you guys will be more competitive than people think you're gonna be. I think against the non-Seattle teams, I think you guys are gonna do well. You guys will look like you belong, and just depending on how the Seattle teams shake out and. Is Mike Wall going to play? I mean, that guy's...
Dude,
that guy.
If Mike Wall plays, I volunteer as tribute. You can dunk.
Yeah. But you know what I mean? But I feel
like... see that guy play on the court, and play with him.
We'll put you one-on-one on defense, and you just figure it out. Say Matt figures it out. Fuck, that'd be great. That'd be cool.
I'll have a better take on this one. Yeah. I'll have a better take on this when Nats is closer.
Push me under the
and we know who's all playing and stuff. But I think, especially if you guys pick up Jeremy, you guys will be very competitive in A. I think.
To be determined. To be determined.
I signed an NDA, so I can't say it.
Yeah.
I know nothing.
All right. Well, I think it's a time to take it home, guys. I really appreciate your. Or it said ladies. And
guys.
I say guys. Just I don't know.
Whirly ballers.
Women.
Be like
ladies.
Alex and say folks.
Folks, that works out. Hey, come on, folks.
Folks. Ladies, thank you so much for your time today. Thank you for joining us. We really appreciate your perspective. We appreciate you being good sports. Reminder to everybody out there.
Good sports.
Comment. Subscribe.
I'm the good sport. I got dragged through the mud today.
Yeah, but that's not any different from the last episode.
Any other day.
Or anytime you hang out with us.
Or the next episode that's going to happen. I mean, come on. You're going to get dragged through the mud every episode.
Just get used to it, all right?
Come on.
You're the innovator. Figure it out.
That is your nickname. I'm
Like,
sorry.
And also the
comment,
punching
The
bag,
innovator.
apparently.
Subscribe. Reminder, never stop whirling. We'll catch you in the next one.
Peace.
Trey out.